And a pleasant good evening and welcome to Thunderdome. It's Saturday night Federal Hockey League action between the Watertown Wolves and the Delaware Thunder, round number 2 after Watertown edged the Thunder last night by a final score of 3-2. I'm Gary Schofield, your play-by-play voice of the Delaware Thunder. I'm joined by Mike Basile, my color commentator, and of course we're ready for round 2 tonight, and it's going to be an extra special night of action tonight, Mike.
Right, first responders night, a little more than hockey tonight here at the Thunderdome Center Ice Arena here in Harrington. The setup before the game was absolutely phenomenal, something I've never seen before. As you pull into the parking lot, you got the American flag dangling over you, just chills through the body. The police lights are on, the EMT, the sirens were going out there, the fire trucks were whizzing around. I mean, it was just awesome to see. Obviously, General Manager Charlie Penn's former law enforcement, this night means a ton to him, and it has been incredible so far, and it's only just begun.
Well, absolutely, and the fact that the community has come out to support First Responders Night as well. I mean, it is a packed house here at the Thunderdome, a great crowd on hand, and expecting to see a good follow-up to last night's game, which was nip and tuck, back and forth the whole way. Vladimir Port, kind of a fluky goal early in the third period, went off a leg, threw a screen, beat Aaron Taylor. That ended up being the difference as the Thunder couldn't pound one home even with a 3-man advantage with under a minute to go, and a lot of that has to do with the play of Jeremy Pominville, who unfortunately for Watertown out of the lineup tonight because he injured his finger late in the game.
Yeah, he was hurt last night late. He played through it. He played phenomenal. The difference in last night's game was Jeremy Pominville. And at the other end, Aaron Taylor, 4 saves away from 1,000 on the season. That's a huge milestone, especially this early in the season. Keep an eye out for save number 4 tonight for Aaron Taylor. It's a big milestone for the young goaltender.
Well, he's leading the league in saves. Nobody's faced more shots than Aaron Taylor has. Nobody's played more minutes than Aaron Taylor either in the FHL this season. So we talked to Charlie Penn's president, general manager, and the head coach of the Thunder before the game, and he basically kind of just boiled it down to the fact that Pominville stole that game last night for Watertown in his eyes. Did your eyes tell you the same thing?
I think Pominville was a huge part of it. I don't know if he necessarily stole the game. Like we said, I thought Watertown played really good for some stretches. I thought Aaron Taylor made a ton of good saves. But was Pominville at the end of the day a big difference? Oh, yeah, he was real good. And obviously some undisciplined play from Delaware, some third-period penalties, even the ones early in the game. They're just unacceptable, some of them.
And there were stretches of time where Thunder just couldn't get the puck out of their own zone. Long shifts, Watertown took advantage. What did the Thunder do differently to try to turn that around tonight?
Well, it's simple. Tonight, once the puck goes in, it's got to come right out. It can't be the second, third chances. I know one goal off a turnover led right in front of the Boudreaux goal, and that's uncharacteristic of some guys on this Delaware team. That third line, I need to see a little more from tonight. McIntosh, Masters, and Cutting, or Brendan Young, who's back in the lineup tonight, whoever it may be. I need to see a little more from them. Not in the offensive zone. They're your gritty checking line. If you get Brendan Young on it, though, they do acquire some talent as well. And McIntosh has some goals. Masters has some goals. No doubt they can score, but that's the line who's going to beat you down and check you real good.
So you're expecting, even with the return of Brendan Young, Simonetta will still play with Demon and Kalinin, and Young will join Masters and McIntosh?
I think we might see Simonetta up with Marker and Contrato tonight.
Wow, that would be interesting. He really played well last night, and the thing I was impressed by, he doesn't have any hesitation to shoot no matter where he is. Some weird side angle shots along the goal line, but peppering Pominville with pucks. In goal tonight for Watertown is going to be Mike Cosentino. He's making his debut tonight. He has played one game in the SPHL this season for the Macon Mayhem, where he gave up 6 in that effort. So interesting to see how that will play out. Obviously, with Pominville's injury, that's going to be a key factor. I'm again tonight going to try to take on Mikey's keys to the game. He just mentioned it, clearing the defensive zone for the Thunder. I think that's going to be of high importance for Delaware, but also, finding some of that scoring. We talked about the fact that Patrick Tundle is facing a suspension, and he's serving that suspension, and that second line for the Thunder had really started to emerge to complement the top line of Marker and Contrato, where Mikey believes that Simonetta will join those two tonight on that top line. We'll wait and see how that plays out. But also, where are you going to get that secondary scoring from? I think the addition of Brendan Young is important, and I think that's really been the key for Watertown with their really dominance of the Thunder so far this year, taking 4 out of the 5 meetings, is just keeping Delaware off the board, and we'll see if the change in goal makes a difference. And if I'm looking at it from the Watertown point of view, just keep doing what you were doing last night. You know, the line of Boudreaux and Bogsel and Lucas, they really dominated play anytime that they were on the ice. Desjardins came through with a goal last night for Watertown as well, so I don't think they really are going to change anything with the way that they're going to attack this Delaware Thunder team. And at this point, why would you? So really the key for Watertown is going to be to protect Constantino. You know, one thing Pominville, I think, did really well last night was controlling rebounds. You know, it was one and done pretty much the whole night. We'll see if Constantino can be as good in controlling the puck tonight. And again, it is First Responders Night here at the Thunderdome. An absolutely fabulous crowd on hand. And we've got special opening ceremonies that will be starting in just a couple of minutes after the teams are introduced. We are going to have a moment of silence to recognize all those first responders who lost their lives in the line of duty. We're also going to have a special invocation from Ken Figs. Charlie Penns will address the crowd. We're also going to have a national anthem performance by Matt Barlow of the Georgetown Police Department. And then the ceremonial puck drop, Harrington Chief of Police Norman Barlow will be facilitating that tonight. So it's a real special night on hand. Also want to remind you, if you're tuning in, that you're going to see special jerseys worn by the Delaware Thunder tonight. If you checked out the warm-ups, you already got a sneak peek at them. They're absolutely phenomenal, and you have an opportunity to actually own that jersey. The auction has already begun. If you download the Live Source app to your mobile device, you can bid on your favorite player's First Responders Night jersey tonight. The auction will go through into the third period. We'll let you know when the auction closes. So keep an eye out. Whether your favorite is the captain, Charlie Penns, maybe you love Aaron Taylor, even though he's not in the lineup tonight. I know we have a lot of Alex Basie fans. You can bid on his jersey, but they're all up for auction, and all of the proceeds will go to support first responders here in our community. PA announcer Tom Schultz is getting ready to introduce the Watertown Wolves and your Delaware Thunder. So at this time, I'll take that opportunity. I'll let you know who the starters are tonight. For first, the visiting Watertown Wolves. We already mentioned it. In the net, it's going to be Mike Constantino. He's making his debut tonight for the Watertown Wolves. And it's the same starting lineup that they went with last night, with Mike Desjardins on the left wing, Jamie Lucas on the right wing, Derek Boudreaux at center, and then in defense, it's Justin Coachman and Nick Calpuzos, who was fantastic on the blue line after his return from the SPHL last night. For the Delaware Thunder, they are going to continue with Aaron Taylor in the net tonight. They're going with Anton Kalinin, Thomas Municello, and Evgeny Demin on the front line. The defensive pairing of the captain, Charlie Penns, and Anthony Pisano will be your starting lineup on the blue line for the Delaware Thunder. As Tom Schultz finishes up introducing those starters tonight, we're going to turn it over to Tom for tonight's opening ceremonies on First Responders Night. And again, remember, as you see these awesome jerseys that the Thunder are wearing with the word courage, honor on the back, you can own that jersey. Bidding is open right now in the Live Source app. And as you see Aaron Taylor take his spot in between the pipes, the word duty on the back of his number 39 jersey. And we'll turn things over now to Public Address announcer Tom Schultz here at the Center Ice Arena in Harrington.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Tonight, we give special attention and awareness to our first responders. So in honor of those brave men and women of our nation, emergency medical and law enforcement services, and to those who have made the ultimate sacrifice and given their lives in the line of duty, we will observe a moment of silence. Thank you. Now please welcome Ken Figs, pastor of the Calvary Wesleyan in Harrington, to give tonight's invocation. Let's pray. God, we thank you for the gift of competition. You created us to be competitive. We thank you for this opportunity to be here tonight and enjoy this game. Thank you for the super fans that you brought out here tonight, God. As we gather in, we pray, God, that people are safe. We pray, God, that you will bless the leaders of this game tonight, the referees, everybody who participates, all the players, May they be protected by safety tonight, we pray. We ask, God, that you will bless this evening in its totality. We're going to thank you for that. Thank you, God, for our first responders tonight. We thank you that they are more than just our protectors. They are our servers. They are our leaders. And, God, they guide us, and we thank you for them. May you protect them every day as they continue to serve and protect us. And we're going to thank you for that. Thank you for this facility tonight. May everything that is done here tonight, God, be done in a way that glorifies you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Pastor Ken Biggs of the Calvary Wesleyan Church in Harrington. At this time, the Delaware Thunder would like to welcome and recognize the Delaware State Police Honor Guard and representatives from the Harrington Fire Department as they present tonight's colors. Ladies and gentlemen, please remove your caps and join the players, coaches, and staff as we honor the United States of America and our first responders with the singing of our national anthem, brought to you by the Delaware State Lottery, performed tonight by Sergeant Matt Barlow of the Georgetown Police Department.
Whose broad stripes both teams. Chief Barlow from Harrington City Police and Commissioner of the FHL, Don Kerner.
Fantastic. On First Responders Night, the ceremonial puck drop. Charlie Pens for the Thunder, Kyle Powell for the Watertown Wolves, and Harrington Police Chief Norman Barlow. What a great way to kick off the night. Mike Seal, we welcome you back into the booth. I again took a crack at your keys to the game, but I'll let you take that now.
I had to make sure that went off without a hit.
Absolutely.
Just kidding. But hey, I had to say I did cheat a little because I saw on the roster that Tommy Minicello was playing with Anton Kalinin and Evgeny Demmin. So I said, hey, I bet Simonette is up with the first line. I loved his game last night, and he's a big key to my game. Mark Anthony Simonette has been a huge help to this team, whether he's out in practice or playing in his first game yesterday. I think he has a big night. I think they got to pepper Constantino early here tonight. Pepper. Aaron Taylor's got to have a big game. I'm talking both goalies here tonight are the difference, just like they were last night.
I couldn't agree more, and I stole a page from your book. I think the key is protecting Constantino in his debut for Watertown. We'll see if the Delaware Thunder can attack from the get-go. Watertown controlling the opening face-off, although they fight for it at the blue line. Demmin keeps it in. Municello picks it up. Backhand pass to Demmin. Demmin a shot, and it bounces off of Coachman. I don't think that one ever got to Constantino, and now they fight for it along the near wall. Calpuzos, Kalinin, Demmin are all in there. Now Derek Boudreau emerges with the puck. We're 30 seconds in. Scoreless between Watertown and Delaware. Boudreau dangerous, skating right in front of his own goaltender. Kalinin strips him. Walks into the slot, holds it on the backhand. Now his drop pass. Municello with a shot, and that deflects high and over the glass. Lucas got a stick on that. We get our first stoppage of play 35 seconds in.
Oh, this line's going to be good. Tommy Municello, not the biggest body out there, but he will give some space as well, just like Taylor Cutting did. But Tommy Municello's got a ton of skill for this line. Here we see Brennan Young on the third line, just like we had thought.
With McIntosh and Masters, Kyle Powell is out with Devney. Natras off the draw will play it around. Marvin Powell picks up for Watertown. And Bogsel, nice little chip pass ahead to Devney, who breaks in with speed. Tries to get around to Cristofaro. The puck rolls in on Taylor, bounces high, and he's able to catch it with the glove and hold for the face-off. Dangerous play there in the Delaware zone.
Save number 1 for Aaron Taylor.
3 away from 1,000 for the season. That's a huge milestone. And as we mentioned in the open, nobody's faced more rubber than Taylor has this season. And I know you look at the goaltending numbers, and he's further down in the goals against than you'd like, but he's played much better than those numbers will allude to. Off the draw, De Cristofaro, who is wearing duty on the back of his jersey on First Responders Night here at Thunderdome. And remember, you can bid on the jerseys you see in action tonight in the Live Source app. Oh, dangerous pass there, nearly picked off by Devney. Marker's able to recover, though. He'll backpedal and try to restart the breakout for the Thunder. De Cristofaro, pass through the legs of Contrado, and now Bonzo walks back into the zone. He'll take a shot that goes off the blocker of Taylor and into the corner. Devney comes away with it, though, throws it in front for Powell. Puck still loose. Marker bangs away at it. It does come out of the zone, though, so the Wolves have to vacate, and they do. But now Contrado will have a chance to get out for the Thunder. Skate is in right in front of Taylor. Kyle Powell kind of monitoring the situation. And again, we saw it last night. The Thunder struggled to get out of their own zone at times. Will that rear its ugly head again tonight? Marker finally gets into the neutral zone, but then has to backpedal. He'll play it across for Litke. Litke's puck almost takes me out.
I was like, holy smokes, that thing got up here.
Derek Lucas now will walk into the Delaware zone. Drop pass for Boudreau. His shot well wide. That was almost a pass. Looking for the streaking Desjardins, and they couldn't connect. But Boudreau recovers at center and now backpedals for the Wolves. We're 2 minutes in, scoreless here. Round 2 between the Wolves and the Thunder. Watertown won last night and have taken 4 out of 5 from the Thunder this season. Now here comes Lucas. Drops it. Calpuzos plays it into the corner. Lucas with a side angle shot. I think that went off the side of the net and bounced over the glass into the netting. We'll get a face-off in front of Aaron Taylor. Overall impression of the first 2 minutes?
My apologies. That's not going to count as a save for Aaron Taylor, as that one went off the side of the net and directly out of play. But early, Watertown with a couple good chances, and right back the other way, Delaware, that first shift. I thought that set the tone for early on, but Watertown responded really quickly and really well.
They sure did. Puck in skates in the corner there. Evgeny Demon's able to get it to Daniel De Cristofaro. He's pestered by Sedenko, but is able to carry it out of the zone and across the red line. He'll just backhand it in, goes deep into the Watertown zone where Municello chases. Beats Port to the puck. Now Kalinin battling with Liam Little in the corner. Little emerges, but his outlet pass deflects off of a Thunder stick, and it's still loose, and Kalinen's able to play it back in deep. Vladimir Port, the game-winning goal last night, is able to clear the zone, where the captain Charlie Pence takes over at the Delaware blue line. DeCristofaro plays it around Bormanis, but now they just battle back and forth with it at center ice. Maybe a trip there on Demon, but no call as Liam Little gets away with one. And now Port will look to clear it out again. Sedenko picks it up at the red line. He gets hipped by Charlie Pence. Puck comes loose into the corner. Kieran Devine will wind it around, but Natras is able to pinch in for Watertown to keep it in the Delaware zone. Bormanis loses and takes a hit from Pence. Gets his stick up high. Charlie didn't take too kindly to that as he goes off for a change, and Pisano comes on the ice for the first time tonight.
Yeah, looking at Charlie Penn's not happy. He doesn't appear to have a cut, though, up high, which is good. And here's Anthony Pisano, the big body, over 6'5" on skates.
His outlet pass, though, comes right to Sedenko, and he takes a point-blank shot. And Aaron Taylor gobbles it up and holds on. That's save number 3 tonight, one away from 1,000 on the season. Aaron have a different mask on tonight?
No different mask for Aaron Taylor. He's wearing all white. It does look a little clearer than usual, though, doesn't it?
I think he shined it up for first responders night tonight. Off the face-off, Marvin Powell chips one ahead, but it's right on the stick of Evan McIntosh. He walks in, takes a quick shot, blocked by Natras, rebound, he scores! Evan McIntosh! As Constantino got an arm on it, but he got just enough to bounce it over the goal line. And as you mentioned last night, not often enough have the Thunder taken the lead in games. They jump out to a 1-0 advantage.
And it's Evan McIntosh with the goal. He got one towards the front of the net, and that's exactly what happens. The first shot gets blocked. The rebound comes right back to him. Constantino looked like old-fashioned Mighty Brodeur going down with the pad stack off the glove and in. 1-0 Delaware. And let's see how they play with the lead early.
Goal number 5 on the season for Mac. And the Thunder will go back to Marker, Simonetta, Contrato, Powell, Devney, Bogsel will look to answer for Watertown. Now remember last night after the Thunder's first goal, less than a minute later, Watertown got on the board as well to retake the lead in the second period. They're going to look for a good shift here from their top line. Powell carries it in, walks into the slot. He's marked there well by Kieran Devine, but puck's loose in the corner. Bogsel overskates, and now Simonetta will look to take it out the other way for the Thunder. His pass for Contrato a bit too far, and it deflects right into the catching glove of Constantino, and he'll just hold on for a face-off.
Yeah, Constantino there being more than careful as that one came in and covering for the whistle. He's got a different mask on. Must have been from different team he played on because that does not match the Wolves colors, the black and yellow.
Remember, he played the one game with the Macon Mayhem this season of the SPHL. Goals against of 6 in that outing. Watertown Wolves fans getting their first look at him tonight as well. Lucas breaks free. Desjardins on the wing with speed. He'll fire one. That's off the shoulder of Aaron Taylor. He dives and covers up, and that is save number 1,000 on the season for the Delaware Thunder goaltender. First to reach 1,000 on the year. That's a nice milestone for Aaron Taylor.
And Aaron says to there, hey, that's my 1,000th save on the year. Can I keep that? That's 100% fair for Aaron Taylor. They're going to keep that puck for him. Save number 1,000 on the season. Kudos to Aaron Taylor. Nothing but phenomenal all season long for this Delaware Thunder team.
Now, I know some of the numbers are different tonight because of the special first responders jerseys. Is that Dunford wearing 95?
Dunford's wearing 95.
Okay.
Yeah, in the warm-up he wore 26.
Right.
Not sure why the switch, but now he's wearing 95 in the contest.
A little bit of a better fit maybe. Off the draw, Municello comes through the neutral zone with speed. Tries to get around one defender. He gets knocked down by Sonstabo. No call. And Watertown will come the other way. After the hit, Sonstabo looked right over to the official to make sure that arm didn't go up.
Looks like neon knee to me.
Bormanis now at the blue line will backhand it in. Too far for Sedenko, though, and now Kalinin plays it ahead to Municello. He avoids the hit from Port, but the puck breaks free, and Bormanis will look to bring it back the other way for Watertown. Backhand pass from Port behind Little, but Liam's able to recover, and now he goes to loft one into the zone, and he lofts it right into the insulation at the top of the Thunderdome.
I'd be curious to see at the end of this season how many pucks are stuck up there. They could have a field day just from pucks stuck up in the insulation, but it's 1-0 Delaware on a McIntosh goal. First responders night, you gotta feed off the electric crowd here. I don't know if I've seen this place this crowded this year.
No, I'll be honest with you. I think this is a better crowd than we had on opening night, which probably was the best crowd of the season, and they are getting their money's worth so far. We're 5 minutes in, and now the puck comes loose. Eric Masters throws one in front just under the stick of Taylor Cutting, who was camped out right in front of Constantino, and now here comes Devney the other way for Watertown. into the zone. Now he'll peel back. Big hit from Cutting along the boards, but Powell gets to the puck right in front. Bogsel with a shot. And a nice save by Aaron Taylor. And again, no rebound as he covers up for another faceoff.
That's a huge save by Aaron Taylor. Right on the doorstep, a top scorer on this team. Gets it right in front of the crease, and Taylor comes out as far as he can and makes the save. And the problem when you're in that tight is you don't have any leeway. You can't lift it. You got to go either 5-hole or around the glove high, which usually Aaron Taylor has no problem with.
But a great play by Powell as well, showing why he's the league leader in assists in the FHL this year. Off the draw, Daniel DeCristofaro. He'll play it to Contrado. Marker. Backhand pass stolen by Desjardins, but he's bodied off by DeCristofaro. Puck still loose. Daniel now loses it in the corner to Lucas. He'll battle with Contrado, but gets it back to the blue line. Coachman with a blast. That goes off the leg of Boudreau, but behind the net, Lucas comes away with it. Now Desjardins fans in the circle, and here comes Delaware the other way. Simonetta will play it into the zone. It'll roll all the way behind Constantino. He'll look to set it up. Plays it to Desjardins. Desjardins across to Calpuzos. Puck loose in front. Simonetta with a shot. Nice play by Calpuzos to knock that down. And now Derek Boudreau looks to break out. Off the boards, Desjardins spins back, nearly sent Lucas offside. Nice play by Derek to stay onside for Watertown. But now the puck comes loose to Simonetta, and Delaware comes back the other way. Good defensive play at the blue line by Coachman, though. Keeps the Thunder at bay. Now Devine will play it back to center. Off the stick of Marker. Contrado will just bang one in from outside of the blue line. Constantino makes the save, and into the corner, Calpuzos takes over. They'll play along the far wall. Calpuzos looking for a breakout. Instead, he'll just skate it out as he's pestered from behind by Contrado, but is able to get back to the neutral zone. Good pass to Port. Vladimir throws it in front. Sedenko couldn't get his stick on it, and then Port took a big hit from Anthony Pisano. Pisano now poke checks the puck away from Bormanis, and Contrado plays it along. Still loose, though. Tissenenko in the circle. Bormanis in the slot. Now it's a follow-up shot by Little, and Aaron Taylor makes another fine save to keep this a 1-0 game, and Pisano and Bormanis having words now.
Well, Bormanis is not going to win that battle, I'll tell you that much. Little and Sedenko, no one's going to win that battle, and look at this. Pisano wants to drop the gloves. Port says no. Pisano's calling out everybody here.
I'll say, and I'm not questioning the toughness of anybody on the Watertown team, but I'd be surprised if anybody answers that call.
And you saw Port shake his head and say, what are you, crazy?
He almost smiled at him
yeah.
like, hey, I'm a goal scorer now. I had the game winner last night.
Yeah. Did you not watch the game?
Off the draw, Liam Little plays it to Sedenko, poked away by Demon, and now Kalina with a nice touch pass. Here comes Minicello through the neutral zone. Tries to work around Port. Now he'll spin and hold. Back to the point. Shot from Dunford. That's sticked away by Constantino. And now Sedenko will pick it up on the far wall. Holds for a moment and then plays it in. Taylor paddles that down. And it gets in his skates. But he's able to get it to Dunford. Municello skates around one defender. Pestered from behind by Sedenko, but breaks into the zone. And then his shot deflects off the stick of Stanstabo and out of play.
Tommy Municello, an early start, another good start for him. I love Tommy Municello's game. He's a gritty, hard-working player, and he's got a little more skill than most people think of. He's able to come out with a really good wrist shot, as we see Cutting back on this line for now the second shift in a row.
It's been a real good pace to the action so far. We're 7 minutes and 13 seconds in, 1-0 Delaware. Kyle Powell wins another faceoff. Remember, Watertown was dominant on the dot last night. We'll see if Delaware could do better in that aspect tonight. And Bogsel comes away with the puck in the neutral zone. He'll carry it in. He's hipped by Charlie Penz and loses the puck. Eric Masters plays it back to center, but Michael Powell plays it right back to Kyle Powell, no relation. Powell now with the puck, plays it around behind. Gets it to Natras. Natras off the wall to Bogsel. He'll just play it back behind as Watertown looks for a breakout here. Long pass, eludes Powell. That's going to be icing against Watertown.
And the long breakout pass just missed Powell. He would have been one-on-one with Dan DeCristofaro. Not saying DeCristofaro wouldn't have shut him down, but Powell, not the guy you want to be one-on-one with coming out the other way.
Remember, Jeremy Pominville injured his hand last night. That's why he's out of the lineup for Watertown. And that's why we see Mike Cosentino making his FHL debut with the Watertown Wolves. Delaware was able to get one past him. Evan McIntosh, his 5th of the season. As Kyle Powell gets thrown out of the circle, Joe Devney now will take the draw against the goal scorer, McIntosh. Puck comes loose to the blue line, and Derek Bonsall will look to pick it up. Walks through the neutral zone, hands it to Powell, right in the slot. Shot, score! Kyle Powell beat the glove top shelf, and he tells the crowd to quiet down as the Wolves had tied this game at 1.
Bogsel took a hit but made a play. Him and DeCristofaro yelling at each other. But Bogsel going to have the last laugh as he got the pass over to Powell, and now it's 1-1.
Absolute sniper shot there by Kyle Powell for his 12th goal of the season. Puts him back on top of the team lead in points for Watertown with his 49th point of the campaign.
It's a good-looking play, and it's a good-looking shot. No secret why Powell's up there with the top leaders in this league. Obviously, Watertown as well. Powell, such a dangerous scorer.
Well, sometimes you forget when you have guys that are, leading the league in assists, you look at them as playmakers, not so much as goal scorers from time to time. But, man, I don't know that I've seen a better shot than the one we just saw from Powell this year.
Especially over Aaron Taylor's glove, Gary. That's not the spot where Taylor gets beat often.
Calpuzzo's pestered by Simonetta, but he's able to chip it ahead to Derek Boudreau, comes through center, but then loses his edge. Now the puck is loose. They'll play it into the corner, though, and Lucas gets to it. Now right back to Boudreau. Boudreau in the circle, works around Simonetta, and a backhand shot bounces off Contrado, who's lost his stick, but he kicks the puck ahead to Ryan Marker, who will carry it into the Watertown zone.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but Brandon Contrado looked to have that stick slashed out of his hands, and an interference call could have been made, but they said play on.
Simonetta now. Dunford at the point, fakes the slapper and just winds it around the wall. Nobody there in the corner, though. Kieran Devine looks to keep the puck in. Instead, Simonetta does, but now loose around the circle, and Watertown's able to get back to center. Dangerous play there as Boudreau was all alone, but now here comes Vladimir Port walking into the zone. Drops it to Boudreau. Similar play to the one that they just scored on, but Boudreau couldn't get a shot off. And now the Thunder clear this one through the zone. This should be icing, and it is, as Sanstabo beat Ryan Marker to the hash mark, and now the faceoff will come back down in front of Aaron Taylor.
And Anton Kalina had his head down when he made that pass, and it looked like Ryan Marker was moving out of the zone, but he didn't really get the boots moving. And there the pass goes all the way down for an icing, and now you got the Sedenko line, which has been very good with Bormanis and Little thus far, and I'd probably categorize this as their third line with the skill that's on the other lines.
Without question, but when they were on the ice last night, they generated a ton of scoring chances for Watertown. Right off the draw, shot by Bormanis, goes off the boot of Dunford, but now Port will play it around behind. Little gives chase. Looks like he'll get to it first. Backhands it into the corner. Kieran Devine can't get it free of Sedenko. They still battle for it. It comes to Sanstabo at the blue line. He'll fire one well wide of Taylor, but now Port comes in and keeps the attack on, and now they go down in a heap. Dunford and Port in the corner. I think the puck's under Port. Now it breaks free, but Liam Little comes away with it. He's poked away there by Dunford, but he's able to play it back behind. Finds Port. Port threw one in front, trying to find Little in the slot. It was just under his stick, and now Simonetta looks to come the other way. Anton Kalinin across the blue line. Good defense there by Sanstabo, though, and now here comes Sedenko back the other way. Cross-ice pass, hits it on Bormanis right on the tape. He'll hold, works around the defense of Charlie Penz, but then sends that shot wide. Sedenko will just play it back behind, and then he gets buried by Bryce Litke. Kalinin in on the action on that one as well, but again, the puck not cleared out of the zone. Bormanis now in the high slot. He gets hit by Penz. Puck comes loose to Demon, but he gives it right back to Sedenko. Charlie Penz now with the puck. He'll finally break free. Municello hands it off to Evgeny Demon as the Thunder look to mount a counter rush. Demon works around Natchez, threw it in front, still loose in the slot, and Kyle Powell comes away with it for Watertown, saving a potential goal there.
Oh, man, Tommy Municello, again a good chance to score, and just seems like sometimes he goes on a stretch a bit where he gets snake bitten, and this might be one of those, because he's had some quality scoring chances early in this game.
Bonzo lost the puck to Demon, and now he'll just play it back to Pisano. Puck's deflected into the zone by Demon, so no icing here. Constantino will play it off the wall. Gets through Demon, but Kieran Devine, he'll wind and fire one, and a blocker saved by Constantino. Big rebound, but it went to the corner. Devney comes away with it. Now we're going to get a call. I think we're getting a slash. It is. Slashing on Devney. Looked like he did clip, I think it was Demon on the way by.
I think it was Cutting, actually, in this line. And Cutting looked at the official standing right there and said, "How you didn't call that?" But doesn't matter. Nevertheless, the penalty called. But it looked like a pretty good slash. Heard it from up here, and that's on the hand. So that doesn't feel great. So it'll be a 2-minute power play for the Delaware Thunder. And Pisano will park right in front of the net once again. I love to see that.
9:09 to go in the first. We're tied at 1. Fruitless power play last night for Delaware. They'll look to change that tonight. Off the draw. Penz fires one and gloved down by Constantino. Despite the screen by Pisano, he was able to see that one all the way.
Yeah, Charlie Penz didn't get all of that one, obviously, as the puck rolled a bit on him. Second night in a row, we've seen some pucks rolling a bit here, and it's been on both sides. Watertown, too, had a good chance early. The puck rolled on them, so I wonder what's up here with the ice, maybe the warmer weather these past couple days.
It's been pretty humid the last couple days. Right in front, Pisano with a backhand chance, and a good save by Constantino. Now Marker at the point. Marker throws one in front, got through. Might have hit Pisano before it went to the corner. Either way, the Thunder control. Kalinin Plays it down to Demon as they'll cycle a bit here. Up top to Pens. Fakes the shot. Hands it to Marker. Handcuffed him a bit. He's able to get it back to Pens. They'll keep it onside. And now Demon in the corner. Kalinin below the goal line. Skates behind the net. Pisano camped out in the crease. Now it's Demon. Walks into the circle. Plays it back to Kalinin. He'll take a tough angle shot. Constantino knocks the net off its moorings, but they let play continue. And finally we get a whistle. And we'll get a face-off to the left of the Watertown goaltender.
I'm curious to know why they let that go on for so long, because if the puck went in the net, it wouldn't have counted for the Delaware Thunder anyway. So curious to see why they didn't just blow that dead. Maybe if the puck goes down the other way, yes, you can put it back on quickly,
right.
But it was bouncing around the front of the net for quite some time, and more likely than not, it's going to end up one way than the other. Here's Brendan Young. He didn't get a couple of the shifts on the third line. Now he's out on the power play too, so we'll see if Young has some fresh legs here.
Liam Little wins the draw, but Watertown can't clear to Cristofaro with a shot. I think Masters got a piece of that and sent it to the corner. Now they'll battle along the near wall. Fighting in there, Municello, Eric Masters banging away at it, Brendan Young too, and Masters emerges. Gets it to Brenner. Actually like Contrado on the near wall. It's Young at the point. He fakes the shot, works around Little, but then Contrado's pass is deflected by Port back to center.
And Brendan Young, if he got that pass back, he would have had a lot of time to shoot. Brendan Young's got a really good wrist shot, and he brings a lot of speed to this power play unit.
38 seconds to go on the power play. De Cristofaro plays it ahead to Brendan Young. He goes cross ice. Contrado winds and fires from a tough angle. Good save by Constantino there. Puck comes loose in the corner. Municello gets there, trying to work around Boudreau, and he does. Contrado in the corner now. Back up top. Winding and firing. Brendan Young with a shot, and it's a save made by Constantino, but we're going to get an interference call against Eric Masters. That'll wipe out the power play, and in 20 seconds, Watertown will go to the man advantage.
And Masters just shaking his head. If there's a good physical battle in front, I don't like that call at all. I mean, both players are giving it to each other. Just because one goes down doesn't mean you call it.
Either way, Masters goes to the box with 7:29 to go. This might be one of those rarities where we don't get the media timeout till 4 or 5 minutes left in the first period.
Even less. I remember we were in Columbus one period. We didn't even see the media timeout.
The
Gotta
draw.
thank our sponsors.
Well, that's true. They'll give us a chance to do that. Off the draw, Boudreau. Kyle Powell backhands it to Calpuzos. His pass deflected by Kalinin, but still in the Delaware zone, and Boudreau will pick it up. He gets bodied to the wall, and they both go down. And now Charlie Pence will carry it back the other way. 5 seconds left before the Watertown goes back on the man advantage. Kalinin walks in, fires one, and that's gloved down by Constantino. He'll hold for the faceoff, and now 1:40 of power play time for the Wolves.
Perfect timing for Watertown. You get your first unit on now after obviously some time shorthanded. The first unit should be pretty fresh, you would think. 7:09 to go in the first. It's a 1-1 hockey game. Like you said, it's been good pace, and it's been very even both ways.
Watertown did cash in on the man advantage last night once as Desjardins scored a power play goal. Ryan Marker off the draw is able to play it behind. That'll kill some time, and Kyle Powell recovers for Watertown. Backhands it across, catches Boudreau with speed through the neutral zone. Derek carries it into the zone. Now he'll stop at the circle as Watertown looks to set up. Calpuzos at the top. Backhand pass for Desjardins went off the wall, and that became an easy clear for Pisano, and he sends it all the way down.
Another good play by Pisano there in the defensive zone. Obviously on the power play, gets in front of the net. Here's a turnover to Marker.
Stripped Calpuzos, but then lost the puck. Now gets it back as he battles 1-on-3 against Boudreau, Lucas, and Calpuzos, and held it a lot longer than I thought he would. And now here comes Lucas back the other way for Watertown. He gets thrown to the ice by Kieran Devine. Charlie Pence bangs it around the wall, but Sanstabo keeps it in. Boudreau now, as the Wolves finally get the power play set up. Sanstabo fakes the shot. Boudreau will wind and fire. That shot's deflected by Kalinin into the corner. Lucas comes up with it there. He'll play it to Desjardins. Desjardins, man by Pence. Puck comes loose, side of the net. Boudreau picks it up behind, but then loses, and now Anton Kalinin skating ahead around Ryan Marker, does get it back to center. It looks like he'll get to the puck first at the Watertown blue line, and he does. Anton Kalinin walks in, fires a shot, and it ended up underneath him after it went off of Sanstaba, or the goaltender, Constantino, and then he covers up for the faceoff.
That's good effort by the young Anton Kalinin. He's not the biggest body on the ice. He's hacked, he's whacked from behind, he stays on the puck, and he makes a great play to get the puck to the front. Had Marker cross ice, I'd like to see that pass go to the leading goal scorer, but you can never be wrong with a shot towards the front of the net. Here's Municello on the penalty kill.
It was quite reminiscent of the goal Kalinin scored last night, where
Correct.
He just kind of barreled towards the goaltender and got it on a second effort. Sanstabo's going to play this one around behind. That's just about going to do it for the power play, as the last couple of seconds of the penalty against Masters now work their way out. We're back to even strength, but Watertown controls the puck. Bormanis trying to get Devney. Instead, it's Demon who plays it ahead to Brennan Young. Nice poke check by Kyle Powell, though, to end that rush, and Devney comes back the other way. Now the stick gets caught up in the legs of Dunford, and I think Bormanis is going to go off for a trip. And I think he's going to claim that Dunford grabbed his stick first.
Wow, it was Dunford's stick that tripped himself up there. And Bormanis and Dunford having a chat. Dunford said, I'll go. I don't know if Bormanis would like to. But yeah, Bormanis had a great point there. It was Dunford's own stick that tripped him up.
Either way, advantage to the Thunder as they'll go back to the power play after the tripping minor called on Christers Bormanis. Demon in the circle with Boudreau. He wins the draw. Marker at the point. He'll play it across to Pens. Charlie walks in. His shot muted there by Boudreau. Pisano in the corner, trying to get it back to Pens, and he does. Pens throws it in front off the skate of Kalina. Pisano with a shot. Nice blocker save by Constantino. And then Kalinin gets stripped of the puck by Calpuzos, and Lucas plays it ahead to Boudreau. Boudreau across the blue line. He gets poke checked by Pens back to center. Plays it back into the Delaware zone, killing a little more power play time. A minute 30 left on the man advantage. Pens with a long pass to Pisano. He'll cross the blue line here, waiting for reinforcements. Just backhands one deeper. That becomes an easy clear for Coachman back into the Delaware zone where Taylor will play it. Played with a high stick by one of the Thunder, though, and that's why we get the whistle.
I believe it was Pisano, and this place is absolutely packed as we do a look around here. I mean, you probably can't fit another person in here, to be honest.
This is absolutely the definition of a sellout. We appreciate the Thunder faithful coming out on a big night tonight, first responders night. Don't forget, we'll be joined with a special edition of Thunder Talk between periods with Harrington Police Chief Norman Barlow, as Mikey had a chance to sit down with him earlier this week. Off the draw, Desjardins with a quick shot. And Aaron Taylor makes the save and covers up quickly. Aaron's done a nice job controlling the rebounds tonight.
Yeah, and that one just, he tried to play to the corner, it looked like, with his stick, and it just rolled under the pad for just a second, and Aaron smartly covers up for the whistle.
Off the draw, Thunder win it. Municello plays to Cristofaro, who hands it off to Contrado, and now here comes Thomas Municello through the neutral zone as the Thunder look to set up their power play. Municello will go to the corner with Sanstabo there. Now Brennan Young. Along the wall, he loses Michael Desjardins. He'll shuffle it ahead to Sanstabo, who doesn't mind killing some time, so he'll just retreat back the other way. Now he finds Desjardins, and they're just going to play keep away a little bit in the neutral zone here. Killing that valuable power play time, Vladimir Port holds. Just lofts one into the Delaware zone. Contrado knocks that down. And now he gets buried along the far wall by Desjardins, and Desjardins is going to get called for a penalty. Eric,
Well,
2 minutes, high stick. Interesting on the call there. I'll be honest with you, I don't know that I agree with that. Initially, I thought, if anything, that maybe they were going to call, maybe a boarding if he got his elbow up. I didn't see the stick up. But
I'm a bit confused by the call, if we're being honest. Right down the middle, we like to call the game here.
Absolutely.
So, that looked like a pretty clean hit. Maybe, if anything, he tripped him up. Looked like he might have took a leg out, but I don't know. I like that to go just play on.
Play on, yeah. So if you're a Watertown fan, I can understand your frustration there. The Thunder look to take advantage. 40 seconds of 5-on-3 time. Couldn't make it pay off at the end of the game last night. We'll see if they can cash in here. Marker off the draw, walks into the circle. Kalinin will go back to the point now. Anton up top gets it back to Marker, and that pass deflected nicely by Calpuzos. Plays it back to center, and the Thunder will have to reset. Pass in the skates of Marker. Down to 22 seconds on the 5-on-3. Ryan walks around Calpuzos, fires a shot. That's knocked down by Coachman. Never got to Constantino, but now Penn's at the point. He'll wind and slap one. That's deflected by Boudreau into the corner. Ryan Marker back up top now. Walking in, holding. Now he plays it to Demon. Demon back to Marker. One of the Wolves is going to come out of the box here in just a second. Shot by Pens. Loose at the side of the net, and a backhand shot by Demon is covered up by Constantino. Did a nice job to get across the goal mouth to make that save. 5-on-3 done. 1:20 of power play time left.
It's a good-looking power play for Delaware on the 5-on-3, but it seems like it's just been the Achilles heel of late for Delaware. In Carolina, they struggled on the power play, didn't score that weekend, and this weekend yet to score a power play goal as well with a plethora of chances.
Evgeny Demon in the corner gets it to Kalinin. It's a 5-on-4 man advantage now. Anton spins, plays it down low to Demon. Evgeny into the circle to Pens. Charlie holds for a second, throws one in front. They score! Anton Kalinin on the rebound, and the Thunder cash in on the power play and take a 2-1 lead.
Get the puck to the front of the net. That's exactly what the captain does. It hit Pisano in front, and Anton Kalinin make no mistake over the blocker of Cosentino, and it's 2-1 Delaware, a power play goal. That's a little bit of monkey off the back for Delaware.
14th goal of the season for Anton Kalinin. He's quietly made himself the second leading goal scorer on this team.
He's been nothing short of phenomenal. Anton Kalinin, so good. He makes his size, not the biggest guy out there, but he makes it work. He's crafty. He finds ways. You never really see Kalinin take a big hit.
Bogsel now in the Delaware zone, bouncing puck, settles it down, tries to get it to Devney in the slot. He's checked nicely by McIntosh. Now they'll battle in the corner for it. Puck breaks free. Coming away with it is Bogsel. He'll play it back to the point to Powell. They try to go a little tic-tac-toe there, and DeCristofaro picks up the loose puck, skates it back to center. Daniel being hooked from behind by Bogsel, looking for a call. They don't get one. But now Devney comes back the other way. He's got some space to work with. McIntosh and Diviner back. Devney to the backhand, throws it in front. Nice play defensively to keep Marvin Powell from getting a stick on that, and Evan McIntosh carries the other way.
Well, that looked like it could have been a hook call here. I know we've seen a lot of penalty, but that one going undetected blows my mind.
Desjardins in the corner now. He gets bodied by Kieran Devine, but holds on to the puck. He and Devney a little too close for comfort. Now the puck comes to Joe. He's got it in the corner. He'll just play it around the boards back to the point to Coachman. Coachman fires one from the blue line. Nobody in front, though, and Aaron Taylor gloves that down easily for the face-off with 1:53 left in the first.
Looked like Aaron Taylor wanted to move that puck with nobody around. It was a long shift for both teams, so I'm sure both players happy about the whistle there.
Boudreau, Desjardins, Lucas will stay out for Watertown. Calpuzos and Coachman on the blue line. The Thunder turn to Marker, Contrado, Simonetta. It's Litke and Dunford on the defense. Off the draw, Desjardins and Contrado having words. You don't normally see Brandon getting into that kind of play, but obviously something happened that he wasn't real happy with. Might have gone back to that hit that led to the penalty.
Yeah, that
on
was
Desjardins.
Yep, 100% that.
Puck loose in the Delaware zone. They get it back to the red line. Calpuzos, he'll just loft one in on Taylor. He'll glove that down, but keeps the play moving here as Dunford backhands one to Litke. 1:25 left in the first. Litke's outlet pass. Nice play by Simonetta to lift the stick of Desjardins. Now we're going to get a penalty behind the play. And now Dunford and Desjardins have words. I think Dunford's going to get called. He's getting pointed off to the box. I don't know if they're going to get him for a roughing.
Bit of a dive there from Desjardins, if you ask me. Him and Contrado going at it all night so far as well. That one looked like took some swimming lessons there.
2 minutes for roughing on Dunford, and Watertown will look to even things up here on the man advantage. Obviously, Desjardins, the marked man here, on a play that I think Mike and I both agreed didn't seem like it was even a penalty or an egregious play.
No, and usually you question sometimes if the whistles are out too little. Tonight, I think they've been out way too much. This first period's been full of penalties, and there's a couple I would definitely not have called, that being one of them.
Calpuzos at the point, across to Kyle Powell. He's the goal scorer tonight for Watertown. Calpuzos winds and fires, but seeing it all the way was Aaron Taylor, as Pisano and Pens did a good job of keeping Lucas and Boudreau out of the face of AT.
And that's the biggest thing for this Delaware Thunder team. Clear in the front of the net for Aaron Taylor. I know the Powell shot beat him up high, but you don't see that too often with Aaron Taylor. If he sees it, usually Aaron's going to knock it down.
Boudreau wins the draw. Calpuzos fakes the shot, nearly gets stripped by Demon, but instead he gets it to Boudreau in the high slot. Derek back to the point to Kyle Powell. Calpuzos. Lucas in front. Deflects one, but it goes wide. And now Anthony Pisano holds. He'll wind it around the boards, but Boudreau keeps it in. He throws it in front. Nifty deflection by Lucas, but Taylor got the pad on it, and the Thunder are able to get it back to center.
And Anton Kalinin just played that through the neutral zone. I'd like to see him just send it down. I know he's looking to send Demon, but now back the other way are the Wolves.
Loose in the neutral zone. Kalinin has it. 30 seconds left in the first period. There he goes, lofting it down deep. It'll go back behind Costantino, and Sanstabo will play it. 25 seconds left in the period. 2-1 Thunder. Bormanis through the neutral zone with speed. He works around Kieran Devine. Right in front, and a shot on Taylor. I think he got a glove on it and sends that into the netting, and we'll get another stoppage of play.
That one from Bormanis looked like he broke out the pitching wedge there as he flipped it well up and out of play, hit the ceiling. I don't know if Aaron got a piece of that. It went up and up and up. But 56 seconds left of the power play, so Delaware's hoping they'll see some penalty kill time in the second. Not that that's what you look forward to, but if not, that means Watertown put the puck in the net.
Off the draw, it's a face-off win for McIntosh, but Watertown controls the puck. Kyle Powell across for Sanstabo. He'll fire one, save Aaron Taylor, and he covers up. with 6.8 seconds left on the clock, the Wolves will have a chance for one last flurry at Aaron Taylor on the power play. And again, after the whistle, Bogsel and DeCristofaro exchanging pleasantries to the right of Aaron Taylor.
Yeah, there's been a couple matchups. Desjardins, Contrado, Anthony Pisano, and the whole entire Wolves team. He would have took on anybody we saw there. And then you got Bogsel and DeCristofaro. Neither are really known fighters.
Right. Devney on the draw with McIntosh. Evan wins it. Kieran Devine off the glass, plays it back to center. And that'll do it for the first period as the last 2 seconds wind off the clock. An action-packed first period. We never even got to the media timeout. But the Thunder cash in on the power play. Anton Kalinin has given the Thunder a 2-1 lead as we head to the locker room. And, you know, it's interesting. We were having a conversation with some fans before the game, and somebody asked if we thought we might see a little bit of fisticuffs tonight when we didn't see any last night. We saw, you know, a little bit back and forth. You mentioned the chippiness in the second period last night. And I think you and I both agreed that we had a feeling that the animosity might rise tonight. So far, we've seen that in the first period.
It just has to. I mean, you know, you're playing each other 3 times. You know that. You're thinking about tomorrow. You're thinking about the next day, always. So you know you got another matchup with these guys. There's already guys you don't like from last night's game, obviously. And the thing is, last night was close. It wasn't chippy. So, you know, there's got to be some bad blood between these two teams. So we'll see if that picks up throughout the game. We've already seen it a bit, but it definitely did start already.
You know, it's interesting, too. You know, you talked about it in our keys to the game as to what could we expect to see from Mike Constantino and what would Watertown do to protect him. Obviously, he gave up that early goal, but actually, I think played fairly well in that first period.
Yeah, a lot of penalty kill time for Watertown. He was under siege a good bit in period number 1. Delaware, I think we just heard, finished with 12 official shots on goal in the first period. So not necessarily an overwhelming amount, but a lot were some high-quality chances.
2-1 is our score. Your goal scorers tonight. We open the scoring for the Delaware Thunder as Evan McIntosh scored his 5th of the season, beating Constantino on a rebound that put the Thunder up 1-0. And again, that was one of Mikey's keys to the game last night because the Thunder have rarely scored the first goal this season. But it didn't take long for Watertown to answer on a beautiful setup by Derek Boudreau. Kyle Powell beat Aaron Taylor over his glove hand, top left corner of the net for his 12th goal of the season. But then just a few minutes later, on the man advantage, Anton Kalinin off a point shot from Charlie Penns banged home a rebound that was set up by Anthony Pisano. Kalinin's 14th goal of the year puts the Thunder up 2-1. We're going to take a moment and thank our great sponsors here of Delaware Thunder Hockey. We'll come back. We'll meet Police Chief Norman Barlow, who's been the chief of the Harrington Police Department for more than a decade. And he had a chance to sit down with our own Mike Basile earlier this week for a special edition of Thunder Talk. We'll bring that to you as well tonight in just a few minutes. But we'll be back with second period action. Our score again, live from Thunderdome on First Responders Night, which also, let me remind you, if you are digging the jerseys you see the Thunder wearing tonight, you can bid on those jerseys and take home your favorite players. Just go to the Live Source app. You'll see the bidding is open there. We'll let you know when the bidding closes, but don't miss an opportunity to own a piece of history. The first ever First Responders Night here at the Thunderdome. You can take home those jerseys tonight right here. Again, our score at the end of one period, it's Delaware 2, Watertown 1.
Delaware Thunder Hockey is brought to you in part by Betsy Ross Pizza, Brimminghorn Meadery, Duck Creek Printing, Gatehouse Media, M&T Bank, Easy Loans Incorporated, The Barn, Harrington Insurance, Big Oyster Brewery, 47 ABC, Delaware Prep Ice Hockey, Bridal Bit Liquors, Charlie's Painting, American Hockey Services, Forever Media, Applebee's Grill and Bar, Robert Webster Cosmetic and Family Dentistry, Delmarva Chiropractic and Wellness Center, First Aid Fabrication, Pizza King, Post-Acute Medical, Premier Orthopedic Bone and Joint Care, Holiday Inn Express, the Delaware State Lottery, Planet Fitness, Mission Barbecue, THG Transport Incorporated, the YMCA of Dover, CrossFit Dover, Texas Roadhouse, Urco Ceilings and Interiors, Chick-fil-A, MD Mechanical, Fine Line Website and IT Consulting, Super 8, Alpha Care Medical, and Bay Health. We'll be back with the next period's action coming up. You're watching Delaware Thunder Hockey on YouTube. For Mike Basile, I'm Gary Schofield. We'll be back to the action momentarily.
I apologize for the audio difficulties there. Guess I should have tested that beforehand. We were trying to bring in the interview that Mikey did with Harrington Police Chief Norman Barlow. It doesn't seem to be working there either. So let me welcome you back into the booth. It is First Responders Night. Chief Norman Barlow of the Harrington Police Department was nice enough to sit down with Mikey. You can actually watch the video on our YouTube channel if you'd like to check it out. But basically kind of sums things up. He's been the police chief in Harrington for 11 years. Says he loves being a part of the community, was honored to be a part of First Responders Night, mainly because anything that he can do to try to make this community a better place, that's what he is all about. And that's kind of what First Responders Night is all about. And it's really nice to see so many fans out here tonight. I know that has a lot to do with it.
Well, I'll tell you, this has been an absolutely phenomenal night thus far. Obviously, the score, 2-1 Delaware, doesn't hurt the cause, but tonight, like we said in the open, so much bigger than just a hockey game. You had the entrance tonight to come into the arena.
Right.
You got the fire trucks, the AMTs. You have the police cars. We're in there, sirens like crazy, and just a crazy atmosphere. I saw little kids taking pictures in front of the fire trucks, police cars, whatever was out there. They were just so excited, and that's awesome to see. Good thing it gets dark early in these cold months, because that made the scene a little bit better. Then you get in here, you have the incredible open, the moment of silence for obviously the fallen first responders, who we pay our respects to. You have the prayer. You have the ceremonial puck drop, the national anthem sung by Matt Barlow, who was absolutely out of this world with that national anthem. The honor guard was out here. It was just a phenomenal night thus far. And guess what? We still got 40 minutes of hockey to play. We got the live source bidding going on. This night's phenomenal. The place is crowded to capacity. You can't fit a cockroach in here, I wouldn't think.
Absolutely. Not enough room for one of those or anything else, but plenty of Thunder fans. And we had 20 minutes of great hockey as well. The Thunder lead 2-1 after that first period of play. Around the FHL, a couple of quick notes for you. The Carolina Thunderbirds are leading Mentor right now 4-2, but check this out. Joe Osaka in that game scored a hat trick. Doesn't sound all that crazy. Power play goal, shorty, and an even strength goal for that hat trick for Joe Osaka of the Carolina Thunderbirds as they lead Mentor 4-2 after 2 periods. Also after 2 periods, Danville has a 2-1 lead tonight over Columbus. But in that game, Columbus has outshot Danville 32-16. Harley White with 31 saves. And Battle Creek just getting underway against Danbury. Elmira trailing Port Huron 1-0. Our score here again is 2-1. 40 seconds of power play time, Mikey, to start the second period for Watertown. If Delaware survives this power play, how do you expect the second period to play out?
Well, we'll see. That this 40 seconds is going to set a huge tone for the entire period, and I know it sounds silly because it's only 40 seconds, but 2-1, Delaware kills the penalty. They have the lead. They grab some momentum. Or 2-2, Watertown picks up all the momentum to start the period. Obviously, there's ways to slow things down and stop it, but you always want to come out rearing and ready to go.
And we are just about set for puck drop here. I'm Gary Schofield. He's Mike Basile. We welcome you back to Thunderdome, the Center Ice Arena in Harrington, First Responders Night. And again, we'll remind you that the special jerseys you see the Delaware Thunder wearing tonight are all up for auction. All you have to do is download the Live Source app on your mobile device, and you can place the winning bid on your favorite player's First Responders Night jersey.
Well, let's not forget how big that Carolina lead is. Mentor is right above these Delaware Thunder. Delaware Thunder's got a couple games in hand. One of those games in hand will be played tomorrow. So while Mentor is idle tomorrow, Delaware will have a chance to grab 3 more points. Obviously, right now, after 2, looks like Carolina could take the weekend series.
That would certainly be helpful for the Thunder, who are still holding out hope of working their way into the playoffs. If you're unfamiliar with the playoff format, top 4 teams in each division get to play in the postseason. Just about set to go here. Watertown will go with Boudreau, Desjardins, and Lucas. And off the draw, Michael Desjardins will play it back to Calpuzos and across for Kyle Powell, who will man the point on the power play. Down to 30 seconds on the man advantage as Watertown finally looks to break in. They'll just dump it in, but they're offside as Boudreau lost his edge and fell across the blue line as that puck was dumped in.
Puck was blown dead with Anthony Pisano having the puck. Not sure. I guess Desjardins was in a bit too deep on a delayed offside.
Kind of unfortunate there. Boudreau just kind of lost his edge as he tried to ride the line.
Him and Kalinin had a word. I wonder if they might have nipped skates. They were mighty close to each other, the 2 former teammates. have to have some love for each other still.
Calpuzos in the slot, shot muted by Pisano from Boudreaux. Loose in the corner, Calpuzos gets to it. He'll play it down low. Lucas has it, plays it back to the point, hops over the stick of Calpuzos, but he's able to keep it in. Lucas now, down low, back into the slot, looking for Desjardins, but the puck was in his skates, and Pisano's able to clear. Power play over. We're back to even strength.
That's a big kill for the Thunder, and how good has Pisano been tonight, too? Yesterday was his first game in quite some time, 3 years talking to the big guy Pisano.
Lucas, one-timer, Desjardins, blocked by Pisano, goes by the nickname Pizza. Boudreaux now in the high slot has the puck. Plays it into the circle to Desjardins. Michael holds Boudreaux with a one-timer, and he scores! Knocked off the water bottle. Taylor had the front of the net blocked, and the only place that you could go was high, and Boudreaux went there and ties this game up at 2.
Just over a minute into the first period, and we're all tied up. Pisano was stuck out there for quite some time, and that shot went through. Taylor hit the stick up high into the toy department. It's 2-2.
Beautiful setup from Michael Desjardins. That's his 13th assist of the season. He's now got 20 points on the campaign. Not a power play goal, but still that important next goal that makes this a tie game with 18:54 to go.
Well, might as well be a power play goal, honestly. They never got the change in after, and the tired line was still stuck out there.
Eric Masters will play it around. McIntosh picks it up in the corner. Back to the point. Kieran Devine holds. He'll throw one to the net, but it goes wide. Marvin Powell gets there first, plays it behind, but that's Taylor Cutting. He'll backhand one in front, goes off Constantino, and now Joe Devney will break out the other way for Watertown. He eludes the check of Kieran Devine, puck loose. Joe Devney loses his edge, and now Kieran just lofts it into the Watertown zone. It's going to be icing as Marvin Powell beats Kieran on the race to the hash, and that faceoff will come back down in front of Aaron Taylor.
Kieran Devine got the boots moving. For a big player, he could get those feet moving, and I think that's been the biggest improvement in Devine's game from the beginning of the season to now. He's a real smooth skater on the ice. He's got that long stick that he gets in the shooting lanes all the time, and he plays along Dan Cristofaro too, more of an offensive defenseman, but this game so far has been real good in his own zone.
Derek Boudreaux back on the dot after scoring his 20th goal of the season to tie this game at 2. He'll draw with McIntosh, wins it. Natras winds and fires. Save Taylor, loose in front. Boudreaux goes down. The bench looking for a call. Marvin Powell shot from the point. Goes off the leg of Eric Masters. Looks like that puck came out, and it did. That's why we'll get the offside call. But the Watertown bench cannot believe that there wasn't a tripping call as Derek Boudreaux went down in the slot.
Yeah, it could have been a trip or a slash, not sure. And so speaking with the official now, he's saying hands on hands, but I don't think that's a good explanation at all. I think it was a slash right in front.
Boudreaux will go back to the face-off circle. Evan McIntosh will stay out with Masters and Cutting.
Well, the Thunder pack are rowdy as ever tonight. They're out in bunches, which you love to see. And you got to give a shout-out every night to that group because I have not seen them miss a game this season.
Nope, season ticket holders and enjoying every second of Thunder hockey. Nice shot there by Desjardins. Saved by Taylor, late hit by Cutting, and now Taylor and Natras are going to go. This is Natras sticking up for his teammate. Remember, Taylor Cutting had that late hit last night that cost the Thunder a power play. Natras certainly got the better of that foray. Cutting could never get his hands free, and Natras took him down. We had a feeling we were going to see Taylor get into tete-a-tete tonight, and he did. Never even got the left glove off.
No, and he looks at the glove. How come you didn't come off, he said. Taylor Cutting never got the arm free. He tried to throw one punch. I would say only one punch was thrown each way there. Nothing to it, and I wonder if there'll be any manpower change. I don't think so.
Yeah, I was waiting to see if they were going to call Cutting for the late hit again. I never saw an arm come up, so I don't think they were going to. But, Natras doing what you should do. You stick up for your teammate. They felt, not just felt, it happened last night. That Cutting hit after the whistle. That one after the whistle.
Yeah, it was late again, but that one not as late for sure. But,
right.
Again, a player who plays on the edge, that's his style of game, and I respect that from Taylor Cutting, but that one was mighty close again.
Contrado throws that one all the way through the neutral zone, and that goes down for an icing as Calpuzos touches up. So the faceoff will come back down in front of Aaron Taylor. 17:53 to go in the second period. We've had a goal scored by Watertown to tie the game. Now our first fight of the night. It's been a very action-packed 2:07.
You could say that again, Gary.
Off the draw, Marker with the win. Bryce Litke, though, pressured by Lucas, flips it ahead, but Derek Boudreaux knocks that down. He'll get to it on the far wall. He'll play it down low for Lucas. They'll look to get the cycle game going. Nice play by Litke to break it free. Dunford plays it ahead in the skates of Contrado. He backhands it ahead to Marker. Ryan Marker gets into the zone. Backhand shot. That's off the toe of Casatino. And then a shot from Contrado goes wide. Litke trying to dump it in further. Held up momentarily by Lucas. And now Simonetta along the wall, battling with Calpuzos. Trying to play it further, and he does. Gets it to Contrado in the corner. Contrado back to Simonetta, who's battling with the referee and Derek Boudreau. But Simonetta comes away with the puck. He'll circle back in the corner. Now he'll drop it to Contrado. Back to the point, Dunford. Fakes the shot, throws it across to Litke. Litke tried to get it deep. That's a nice play by Lucas. Contrado bats it down, but it's a play-on scenario, not a high stick there. Brandon Contrado to Marker. Marker back to the point. Dunford holds, fires a shot that goes off the skate of Desjardins and becomes a souvenir for a lucky fan in our VIP section.
Yeah, and that's why they sit there. There's an extra chance to get a couple pucks as the netting for some reason goes around the entire way and just cuts off right there. A little weird to me, but they are able to grab a puck as that one bounces up and out of play. That's a good shift for the Thunder right there.
16:52 to go. Evgeny Demin now out with Municello and Kalinin. Watertown wins the draw as Kyle Powell wins another faceoff. Devney bumped by Pens but gets it back to center to Cristofaro. Will play it there to Municello. Thomas hesitates and then fires it into the Watertown zone. Constantino tried to knock it down, but it hopped over his paddle. Sanstabo couldn't control. And now Demin throws one in front. Vladimir Port tried to knock that away. Devney gets to it, throws it to center. Charlie Pens will knock it right back into the Watertown zone.
Well, Port's a name we said a lot this weekend, and for a defenseman, you don't usually like that, but it's been a lot of positives for Vladimir Port. Obviously, the game winner yesterday, a couple good scoring chances today, and a good defensive play there.
Powell, harassed from behind by Evgeny Demin, is able to break the puck free. Now it's loose at center. Evgeny's got it. He'll backhand it ahead, but too far for Municello. And Sanstabo will play for Watertown. Gets it to Bogsel. He just bangs it off the wall, and it throws it into the Delaware bench.
Nearly hit backup goalie Sebastian De Massa Carlson, and that's another question we could ask. Will we see Sebastian De Massa Carlson tomorrow night, as he's had one start against Carolina, and spoke to him a little bit after that one. Obviously, he knew tough start. Carolina, with Aaron Taylor getting suspended, he knew kind of getting tossed again to a very tough matchup there, but I do like the way De Massa Carlson plays.
Faced 47 shots in that game, made 40 saves, but the Thunder lost that one 7-0 last Saturday night. Off the draw, puck loose along the far wall. Derek Lucas plays it ahead, but that was stolen by Kieran Devine. Now it's Eric Masters throwing it into the slot, but it was behind McIntosh. Pisano from the blue line, he'll fire one, and a nice save there by Constantino, and he's able to cover up the rebound before Eric Masters can stash it home.
And Masters is the exact guy you want in front for the Delaware Thunder. He's chippy, he's gritty, he's strong on his skates, and if that puck did sit free for a second, he would have been able to deposit it into the cage.
Again, a bit of a shaky start for Constantino tonight, but he's really settled down and played a pretty good game for Watertown. Now there seems to be some confusion as to where the faceoff's going to be.
Only Desjardins knew.
You think he would have turned around and let his teammates know?
No, he was stone cold, ready to go.
Boudreau and McIntosh on the draw. It comes to the near wall. Masters gets it down low to Young, who loses the puck. Now Kieran Devine winds and fires. That goes off the boot of Masters into the corner, and Marvin Powell will play it there. Boudreau goes across the zone. Michael Desjardins will walk it out for Watertown. Just backhands one into the zone, right onto the stick of Lucas. Back to Desjardins. Shot by Boudreau goes just wide on a nice setup, but he gets the puck right back. Now right in the high slot. Shot by Lucas and a save by Taylor. Clearing attempt does get back to center. Calpuzos will play it there.
That's pretty hockey by this line. Two grade A scoring chances. One just off the stick. The other big save by Taylor. Here they come again.
Lucas with a backhand shot. Taylor makes the save, and he's able to cover it up at the side of the net as Boudreau was rebound hunting. 15:05 left. We're tied at 2.
That drew a bit of a crowd from the Delaware Thunder. Pisano involved as well. He gives Devney a bump on the way to the bench. And that's just the type of player Pisano is. He's going to let you know he's out there. And like you said, nobody on Watertown, smartly, I will say, is going to step up and fight him.
Yeah, I just don't. I know I wouldn't.
It just doesn't make sense for whoever the opposition is. And I don't care who it is, what team you're on. I don't see it happening this season.
Simonetta avoids the hit from Devney, is able to retreat and get to the puck. He'll play it around. Dunford's got it. Pressured by Powell, plays it across to Bryce Litke. Litke's able to get it out of the zone. Into the skates of Simonetta. Marker over skates. And now Bryce Litke recovers. Tries to skate through two Watertown defenders and can't do it. Puck comes to Ryan Marker, though, who had retreated back to the defensive spot. Dunford now spins away from one Wolf. He's able to play it to Simonetta. Simonetta, long pass through the skates to Sanstabo, right on the stick of Contrado. He shoots and a save by Constantino after a nifty through-the-legs move by Contrado, and now Ryan Marker's got the puck. Tried to get it back to Dunford, and Bogsel knocked it down. He'll play it off the wall looking for Devney. Devney Bogsel in the circle. Throws it into the slot. Save, Aaron Taylor off the stick of Kyle Powell. End-to-end action, and both goaltenders making stellar saves on that sequence.
Wow, the move by Brandon Contrado. That's a highlight reel goal. If he can get that to go, that's going on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, anything you can imagine if he deposits that. I know there'll be a lot of looks at that around the league, as that's a great move. And then back the other way, good save by Aaron Taylor. Just noticing we haven't seen much of Bryce Litke tonight. That is first shift in quite some time there.
Shot from the point there by Kalpuzos is recovered by Bormanis. Tried to find Sedenko in the slot. And I'll tell you, there's been plenty of Watertown Wolves open in the slot area here in this second period. The Thunder are going to have to button that up.
Not where you want to leave them open, Gary.
13:55 to go. Evgeny Demin trying to get to Municello, who lost his edge, trying to get across the blue line. Puck came free, and Kalpuzos will play it off the glass. Sedenko ahead to Little. Little too far, and Charlie Pens couldn't get it quite out of the zone. The two Wolves run into each other there in front of the Thunder pack, and now Kalinin plays it back to Cristofaro. He fumbles the puck. Puck still loose at center. Now finally Kalinin will pick it up. Tries to skate around Liam Little. That's good defense by the Watertown Wolves there from Little to knock Kalinin off the puck, but now Municello got it back. Then the puck came free to Sedenko. He'll just play it across to Coachman. Coachman ahead to Bormanis. His pass into the zone. Charlie Pens knocks it down, but now Sedenko's got it. His shot high and wide over the glove of Aaron Taylor and the sprawling Charlie Pens. And now we're going to get a whistle and a penalty on the captain. He's going to get called for a trip in front of Aaron Taylor, and the Wolves will go back to the power play.
Gary, you know I don't usually disagree with you, but that was Aaron Taylor on the trip.
Oh, okay. Pens was the only skater back there, so I just made that assumption.
And that's just one that you look at Aaron Taylor and you say, why? Because it's tough, it's undisciplined, and now Delaware's short, and you don't need your goaltender taking penalties.
Now that now ties him for the league lead among goaltenders in penalty minutes with 10. So Watertown will go back to the man advantage. Remember, they started the period with the power play. The Thunder killed those 40 seconds, but right after the power play ended is when Derek Boudreau got set up in the high slot for the tying goal, his 20th of the season, and that's why we sit here at 2-2.
And they got Taylor cutting in the box, and they don't know what's going on, the official. Someone who's on the ice has to serve it, and now it's going to be Masters serving. Oh, my apologies. That's cutting in the box for the fight. Masters,
okay,
they have in the box, so someone who was on the ice had to serve, and Masters just snuck out onto the ice, and now they're going to go 5-on-3.
Well, yep, the arm does come up. This time they will get Pens for the trip. Taylor covers up. So maybe my clairvoyance was working tonight.
Yeah, well, the thing I said, it's true, Gary. It was Charlie Pens that time around. You're all right. But the thing is, there's times in games where you look at things, and that's one. It's already a 5-on-4. You give a 5-on-3 for that, it's questionable at best.
Yeah, not quite an egregious trip there. But Watertown will look to take advantage. 1 minute and 53 seconds of 5-on-3 time. Somebody's going to have to come off for Delaware. They'll send, I thought it was going to be Pisano. Now it's going to be McIntosh. They'll keep Pisano, Devine, and Marker. It's Boudreau, Lucas, Desjardins, Powell, Kalpuzos. A formidable power play grouping. Kalpuzos with a pass down low. That got into the skates of Boudreau as he was right on the doorstep. Back up top to Powell. Kyle, the FHL leader in assists, hands it to Kalpuzos, walks right into the high slot. He fires a shot high and over the crossbar, but it comes back to Powell. 1:30 left on the 5-on-3. Powell holds. He'll throw one in front. I think that got Lucas on the skate, maybe got to Taylor, but then it became available for Marker to clear it down.
And Aaron Taylor not happy about something, threw the arms up late there. Maybe felt like he was interfered with. Lucas was right in the blue paint as that shot was taken. I wonder to see if that would have counted if it ended up in the back of the net.
Kalpuzos trying to spin away from Marker, is able to get it deeper. And now Boudreau will pick it up as the Wolves look to reset. Kyle Powell just above the circle, plays it to Kalpuzos. Fakes the shot, but then just throws it in front. It's in the skates of Pisano. He's able to play it to the corner, but no further. Desjardins will play it there for Watertown. Powell holding. Back to Kalpuzos. Under a minute on the 5-on-3. One-timer attempt from Desjardins. Goes off the heel of his stick. Pisano looked to chop it away, but then got a hit from Desjardins. They throw it in front. A big save by Aaron Taylor. As he knocks that down, Desjardins right on the doorstep, couldn't hammer it home.
That's an absolutely huge save by Aaron Taylor there, pushing off right to left. That's a game-changing save on a 5-on-3 power play.
42 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Delaware will change. They go Dunford to Cristofaro and Evgeny Demin. Couple of substitutions for Watertown as Devney, Bogsel, and Coachman will now join the power play up front. Still Powell and Calpuzos on the blue line. DeCristofaro tried to hold that puck up for a while. Down to 30 seconds on the 5-on-3. Devney gets it to Calpuzos. Kyle Powell with a one-timer and a big save by Aaron Taylor as he gets across the net quickly, but right back to Powell. Throws one in front. That's deflected and a save by Taylor, and now we get a whistle. I don't know if that was an inadvertent whistle. They thought Taylor had that covered.
The net looks on, right?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think they believed that Taylor had the puck covered, so the Thunder get a bit of a break here. Devney on the draw with Demon. Evgeny wins it. DeCristofaro can't get it back to center. Kyle Powell holding. Now he'll switch spots, hands it to Calpuzos. Throws it in front, deflected, and Taylor's able to cover it up that time as Bogsel, right on the doorstep, didn't get a whole lot on that. So it became an easier save for Taylor. 9 seconds left on the 5-on-3.
Well, they say your best penalty killer has to be your goaltender. It is right now. He's been phenomenal on this 5-on-3.
Same group will stay out here. Actually, Desjardins jumps back in for Watertown. Another face-off win for Evgeny Demon, and he's going to be able to clear the zone here. But he can't get it by the boot of Powell. Kyle Powell keeps it in. 5-on-3 over, right in front. Taylor knocks that one down as Devney's backhand went right into the breadbasket. 3 seconds left on what's been a fantastic penalty kill by the Delaware Thunder because the Wolves have generated quite a few chances.
Yeah, and it's Aaron Taylor. It's a couple, 2 high-quality scoring chances, if you ask me. I don't like those ones right in front of the net, but a couple big saves by Taylor, who once again is a difference maker for this Thunder team.
3 seconds left on the power play before Charlie Pence comes out of the box. That's just going to about do it. Lucas can't get anything on a shot there, but the Thunder can't clear. Now the puck goes into the Watertown bench. We're back to even strength. 10:56 left in the second period of a 2-2 tie.
I think it was Devin who took the puck up high there in the bench, and Demon feels bad. He chipped it in. I'm not sure if it was the stick of Demon or the puck going into the bench, but Joe Devaney's down, and we got to get the training staff over from Delaware's side over there. I don't know if anyone knows yet that he's down.
Right. If I had to guess, I didn't think that the puck had that much steam on it, although it never feels good to get hit with a puck, but the way that Joe reacted, unless he just caught him right in the mouth.
Right, I think it was the stick of Demon, the way Demon reacted and the way he felt bad.
Play continues, and now Lucas gets caught with a high stick, and we get a delayed penalty call coming up against Delaware. Lucas is going to come to the bench. Bogsel jumps in. Sonstabo's shot blocked by Pisano, but he couldn't find the puck. Bogsel now in the corner. 6 skaters on the ice for Watertown with the delayed penalty call. Pisano can't control it, and now Desjardins is going to say he got caught with a high stick from Pisano. That's not what they're calling. I think it's Kieran Devine who's going to go off.
Well, Kieran Devine was taken down from behind, and on the way down, just got the stick up high, as we'll see who it is on.
Yeah, 55 is just who they called. That's what Kieran's kind of looking around saying, wait, me? So right back to the power play will go the Wolves, and we're again going to be in danger of eluding the media timeout here in the second period.
Well, I mean, you hate to say it, but you got to let these guys play. This has been just brutal, if you ask me. You've played 5-on-5 for how many minutes, you think, in this game, Gary? 6, 7 minutes of 5-on-5?
It feels like less than half. The Thunder were on the power play for a lot of the first period, and now Watertown here with another man advantage in the second. Off the draw, Bogsel trying to get it back to the point, but it split the D-men and goes all the way back on Constantino. He'll set it up there for Calpuzos. 1:45 left on the power play. Through the legs of Bormanis, and now Charlie Pence will have a chance to clear. He plays it off the wall. It's going to go all the way down. 1:40 left as Calpuzos retreats to get it for Watertown.
Well, the most impressive part about that last penalty kill was who was in the box for it. It was the captain, Charlie Pence, who probably the best penalty killer on this Thunder team. He's in the box for the full 5-on-3, and they kill it off without him.
Pence, nice job to get that puck away from Bogsel and clear it all the way down. Kalinin was pressuring Calpuzos, but he made a nice play to get it to Joe Devney. Obviously no worse for wear after that action on the bench. He'll play it back to the point. Calpuzos will fire one. Taylor makes the save. Big rebound, though. And Devney jumps on that, and he'll hold in the circle. Tried to get across for Kyle Powell, but that pass was behind him. Kyle recovers, gets it to Boudreau. Boudreau back to the blue line, and the puck jumps right over the stick of Kyle Powell. And back to center. We're under a minute left on the man advantage.
And it's been a good penalty kill thus far. Everything's been on the outside. The one shot that got through all the way from the point, Aaron Taylor had no problem seeing it.
Devney walks right in front, and then he's blocked with the stick by Pisano. And then he plays that one right up into the rafters. So the faceoff will stay in the Delaware zone. 43 seconds left on the Kieran Devine high sticking minor.
Yeah, Devine took the high stick on the way down from a trip from behind, so you kind of wonder if they let one go, why not the other here? But like we said, we haven't seen much 5-on-5 time anyway in this whole contest. Nonetheless, this second period, haven't even made it really with any 5-on-5 time at all. Remember, we started the period with a penalty.
Puck must have deflected off a Watertown player as they bring the faceoff out of the zone. Off the draw, Watertown wins it. Calpuzzo's holding. Now he'll skate across the red line, and he'll walk it into the Delaware zone. Tries to get through to Cristofaro, but can't, and then Brandon Contrato backhands it out all the way back into the Watertown zone as we're under 30 seconds left on the power play. Kyle Powell picks it up for Watertown. He'll skate it out of his own zone, but now he just throws it off the wall. Dunford's going to get to it first, and then he'll look to clear, and he does. Right ahead to Brandon Contrato, who's onside with Ryan Marker. Marker holding, walks in front, shoots it, and it goes wide. Big-time chance on the shorthanded attempt there by Marker. Just missed the mark. Kyle Powell the other way for Watertown. Walks right into the high slot. Power play time is up. We're back to even strength. Shot from the point is saved by Taylor as the puck goes to the corner. Contrato's got it there. He tries to play it over Sanstabo, and it bounces wildly off the glass. Marker's got it back in the Watertown zone. Throws it into the slot just behind Brandon Contrato, who, if they connect on that pass, he's got an empty net to score in.
Had also Simonetta going to the front. Could have had two tap-ins. He went the Contrato route and missed them.
Lucas gets the puck to Michael Desjardins, plays it around Dunford into the corner. Gets a body from Dunford, but Boudreau's got the puck. Dunford with another hit on Boudreau, but again, the puck comes free to Desjardins. Throws it into the slot. Vladimir Port couldn't get on it. Sanstabo with a shot from the point. That's saved by Taylor and into the corner, but now Joe Devney's got the puck. He'll circle back around Marker. This line's been out for a bit for Delaware now. Boudreau behind the net, looking for Port on the one-timer, and that goes wide. And it looks like Simonetta is going to be able to get to the puck. He'll break free. Long pass for Contrato, just out of reach there. But Contrato gets around Port. Puck loose. Bormanis will play it into the corner to Bogsel as he'll clear it across the zone, but he hits the linesman. It's not out. Marker's going to go for it in the corner with Bormanis. Now the puck gets touched up, and we get a whistle. Oh, they're going to say it was offside. It hit the linesman past the line.
That's not how that works at all. To be quite frank with you, we'll get the media timeout, but that's not how that works. The linesman is part of the play, so it's not offside.
7:20 to go in the second period. We are tied at 2. Our only goal of the second period came from Derek Boudreau, who was just camped out in the high slot and beat Aaron Taylor high over the shoulder not long after the conclusion of the power play that started the period. Boudreau's 20th goal of the season, and we're tied at 2. And as you alluded to, I mean, we've played with one team on the man advantage pretty much this entire period. Now we're back to 5-on-5. How do you expect things to roll from here?
Well, it's just a shame because you want to see these games determined 5-on-5, the 5 best against the 5 best. Obviously, penalties happen, power plays, penalty kills. Yeah, it's part of the game, but this one's been played out. You can't get any rhythm to it. It's been hard to follow the flow now of this game with the power plays. Obviously, this period, Watertown spent more time on the power play. Last period, it was Delaware, and now the only goal this period goes to the Wolves. The 2 in the first period go to the Thunder, and it seems like those power plays, even if they're scored on or not, they lead to a lot of momentum.
Absolutely, and don't forget it is First Responders Night here at the Thunderdome. You can bid on the jerseys you see your favorite Delaware Thunder players wearing. Just download the Live Source app on your mobile device. We'll let you know when the bidding closes during the third period. Aaron Taylor tried to clear it out of the zone, kept in by Natras, who's back on the ice after his fisticuffs with Taylor Cutting earlier in the period. Thunder able to play all the way back down. No icing here, though, as Municello with a little hit on Natras there after he clears it around the boards. Puck comes to Evgeny Demin. Now Thomas walks into the zone. Holds it. His shot muted from behind by Bogsel. And Watertown's able to clear it out. Aaron Taylor will hold it up there for Bryce Litke. 6:40 to play here in a second period where we're tied at 2. Anton Kalinin picks up the puck. And now Bogsel is complaining about a penalty call. And now the whole building is asking how that's not a trip of Joe Devney, but instead Kalinin just continued to play. Puck's loose in front. Municello bangs away at it, but he could not get it past Constantino, and now here comes Bormanis the other way. Tries to get around Pens. Good defense there by the captain. Puck comes free to Bryce Litke. Evgeny Demin with a little chip pass. That goes off the knee of Municello. Natras gets to it first and just plays it all the way back into the Delaware zone. Finally, we get the icing call, and the faceoff will come back down in front of Constantino.
Yeah, is that one? They say Watertown up in arms. Why icing there? It looks like a couple Thunder players could have played the puck, but no, that had an icing. And the trip on Kalinin there, obviously up in arms, but he nearly still comes back down and scores. And Thomas Municello right on the doorstep. The puck was bouncing, just one too many bounces on Municello, who I do think, Gary, I'm going to try my clairvoyancy out this time. Tommy Municello going to get one tonight, and it's going to be a huge one for this Thunder team.
Taylor Cutting backhands one in front. Eric Boudreau steals it, though, and plays it back to center. Pisano will just fire it right back into the Watertown zone. Marvin Powell picks it up there for the Wolves. Skates around one defender. Nice little touch pass for Michael Desjardins. Finds Lucas with speed. Gets it back to Desjardins. His shot. It's deflected by Pisano off the paddle as well of Aaron Taylor. And Eric Masters gets it back to center, but no further than Lucas, who just backhands it back into the Delaware zone. Pisano will play it there. He'll leave it for Kieran Devine. 5.5 minutes left, and then Devine just plays it up the wall, but right to Joe Devney. Devney plays it behind, looking for Boudreau. And Pisano kind of looked like he put his hand out and just grabbed the pipe there and pulled the net off.
Well, if you want to talk about Pisano's strength, look where the mooring ended up. It hit the back wall and came nearly back out. So that's a good laugh for us here up in the broadcast booth at the Thunderdome. 2-2 hockey game, and like we said, this period, maybe they're trying to put the whistles away now. I'd love to see a third period 5-on-5, especially if it's going to be a tie or a one-goal game.
We were sitting in this position last night, 2-2 after 2 periods. 5:27 left in the second frame here. Powell, Bogzel, Devney, along with Port and Sonstabo out for Watertown. Powell wins another faceoff. Vladimir Port, last night's hero with the game-winning goal, fakes the shot and just plays it around the boards. Comes back to Powell in the slot, but then Pisano steals that pass. Tries to shovel it out of the zone, but can't as Kyle Powell keeps it in. Plays it behind the net, but Kieran Devine will hold there and look for a breakout for the Thunder as we're down to 5:05 to play. That pass eludes Taylor Cutting. And Vladimir Port plays it to Sonstabo, quickly off the wall to Bogzel, but then he loses. And Kieran Devine's got it back. He'll play it across to his D partner, Pisano, who just holds. Gets it to Masters. Masters across the blue line. Holds, finally fires. That one's well wide, though. Kieran Devine will pinch in from his D spot. Gets it to McIntosh. McIntosh's play back to the point. Nice little chip out by Kyle Powell, but a good job by the Thunder to get back as Kieran Devine steals that pass.
There you go with this third line here. McIntosh, Cutting, and Masters or Brennan Young. I like the way they've played tonight.
Drop past Devney, and then he fans on the shot, and Pisano will clear it aside. Playing it back to center. Just past Kyle Powell, but he's able to golf it over to Sonstabo. Sonstabo, pass to Lucas, offside. It kind of looked offside, but I didn't hear the whistle.
I was going to say, at first the linesman waved his arms off. That's why I gave you a tap. I was like, holy smokes, Gary. No way that was onside. But he got it right. He said, oh, I'm a little bit off the line. And
right.
He realized quickly, holy smokes, I was going to say, if that went to the back of the net, Delaware would have been up in arms, to say the least.
Top line out for the Thunder now. Contrato marker, Simonetta, who's fit in fairly well so far tonight. Although we have, as you mentioned, not a lot of 5-on-5 time, so this might only be the third shift for these three altogether. Simonetta along the far wall holds it. And he'll just play it back behind for Dunford. I gotta say, Dunford has acclimated himself real well to the Thunder blue line as well the last 2 weekends.
Oh, yeah. Dunford's been a heck of a player. He comes into Carolina, your first games against the Thunderbirds, who, again, highly touted offensive team.
Simonetta knocked down that clearing attempt and nearly came away with a chance in the slot, but the puck rolled off his stick. Good hit by Coachman there in the corner. But Simonetta got back to the puck, at least momentarily, but now Lucas is able to clear it out to Desjardins, and look who's there. Dunford stealing the puck away and playing it back the other direction. Marker with a steal. He'll walk across the blue line. Through the circle, winds and fires a shot, and that's a good block by Calpuzos. As that puck goes into the netting, we'll get another faceoff in front of Constantino.
Well, only one goal scored this period, but that's thanks to the goaltenders, because there's been more than a fair share of chances each way. You had Contrato on the breakaway where he tried to go between the legs, and it was gloved down. And then you have all the other chances on the power play on that 5-on-3.
There were at least 3 golden saves by Taylor during that penalty kill. Bryce Litke, after the faceoff win by Demon, plays it around behind. Good play by Natras, though, to keep the puck moving. But now Municello steals. Big hit from Pence in front. Kalinin misses the shot, goes off the post and wide. Natras will try to clear it out again. Joe Devney's got it this time, and he'll skate it back out of the Delaware zone. Charlie Penn steals at the blue line. Good keep by Bogzel, though. Lost the puck for a second, then got it back, and then his shot's deflected into the netting by Charlie Pence. But, oh, another great chance for the Thunder, and they can't cash in.
And it was Charlie Pence who laid that hit that forced the big turnover. 2:57 to go, and he blocks the shot the other way. The captain having a great game tonight as the Delaware Thunder looking good in their first responder jerseys.
I mentioned this to you a couple of weeks ago. Sometimes when somebody is just steadily stellar, you sometimes overlook their great play, and I kind of think that's where Charlie Pence falls this year for the Thunder.
100%, as we got to look at Evan McIntosh there. Scored his 5th goal of the season tonight as he lost the faceoff.
Mac working Boudreau off the puck in the corner, though. They continue to battle for it, and Boudreau has the knack for getting the puck back, and he does again, working around McIntosh in the corner. Evan putting in yeoman's work to keep Boudreau there, but Boudreau's able to hold the puck, plays it along, but off the stick of Lucas as he and Pence battle back and forth. They've got a few words. Now we're going to get a penalty. They're going to call Charlie Pence for roughing. Really? Wow.
And they're going to say, how do you not call both there? This has just been tough to watch.
I mean, if you've watched this whole broadcast, I call it down the middle. It's not a roughing penalty. The two guys came together. They exchanged words. Play moves on.
Lucas's stick was up high. Pence pushed the helmet up a bit. I mean, it's both ways. You got to call it on both sides there. Play 4-on-4. I mean.
Or just don't call it at all. Either way, Watertown back to the man advantage. They win the draw. Calpuzos holds at the blue line. Back to Kyle Powell. Calpuzos. Powell fumbles the puck for a second and gets it back. Now he'll switch sides with Calpuzos. Bormanis. Pressured by Marker. Pisano able to get it back to center off the stick of Contrato, but not far enough to really slow Watertown down too much as Bormanis walks back into the zone. Bogsel tried to get it to Devney down low, but the puck flew a bit, and Devney couldn't get a stick on it. Now Bormanis holds. Now we're going to get a delayed penalty call. We're about to get a 5-on-3. 6 skaters on the ice, and they score. Kyle Powell on the pass from behind the net from Bogsel puts Watertown up 3-2.
And not sure where the stick came from that's on the ice now, but a stick popped on the ice. I'm not sure if that came from the bench or someone trying to make a change.
So Pens will come back out after the goal, and I'm not sure who's going to go off for the slash. Maybe
Pisano.
That's where the stick came from. So Pisano goes to the bench. Charlie Pence, or head coach Charlie Pence, has some choice words for the guys in the orange ribbons. So right back to the man advantage after they take the lead on the goal from Kyle Powell. His 13th of the season, his second tonight, has put Watertown out in front 3-2.
And now another power play for the Wolves. They look to take advantage of that, and it just seems like the penalties this year as a whole have really killed this Thunder team, and tonight it's not helping the cause again as now they trail 3-2. They got to keep their heads.
It's a critical kill here. Desjardins right in front, and he scores. Beats Aaron Taylor 5-hole on the pass from Boudreau, and just like that, in less than 10 seconds, the Watertown Wolves have taken a 2-goal advantage.
And it's back-to-back power play goals, and it's a complete and total difference maker in this game. A 2-2 game turns to 4-2, and it's on the backs of, again.
It all starts with just a terrible roughing call. I mean, that's just not a penalty that you call. Lucas didn't go down. It wasn't anything blatant. He didn't hit him with his stick. That's hockey.
Well, the frustrating part is, it's a 2-2 game here.
Right.
And now you look at the scoreboard, it's 4-2, and there's going to be 20 minutes to play in just a minute 20, and the air in this building has been sucked out. The frustration of Delaware is clear and evident, and I understand it.
Desjardins goes down but gets the puck ahead to Boudreau. Boudreau skates in, spins around to Cristofaro, tried to find Lucas on a drop pass, but instead it's Municello. He fans on his initial pass, now just lofts it into the Watertown zone. 1 minute to play here in the second period. Watertown ahead now 4-2 after back-to-back power play goals in about 12 seconds. Kieran Devine shoots one from the point. Save Constantino. Puck loose at the side of the net. Municello and Demon were fighting each other for it. De Cristofaro fires one. Another save from Constantino as the puck goes into the corner. Municello comes to the bench. Watertown can't get it out. Finally they do. Back to center. 35 seconds left here in the second period.
Good push from Delaware here as the pressure is being applied with just 30 seconds to go after giving up 2.
Taylor cutting, plays it further, looking for Evan McIntosh. Evan spins back through the slot. It was under the stick of De Cristofaro, and now he's asking the referee about the slash on his stick. Puck loose in the corner. Cutting and Devney come together. He'll just play it back behind. We're down to 12 seconds to go. Kalinin and Boudreau battle for it. Puck in skates there. Anton Kalinin comes away with it. Might be a little too late. To Cristofaro, his stick breaks in half. Maybe courtesy of that earlier slash that didn't get called. And out to Cristofaro, covers the puck up with his hand. And I think he's going to go off for delay of game.
Yeah, that's going to be a penalty, and that's one you can't argue there for the Delaware Thunder, but the stick broke because of the slash earlier, and that's just tough for this Thunder team.
Well, and here's the reason why DeCristofaro's upset. It was that's a clear slash that happened right in front of the referee. Chooses not to make the call, which leads to the stick breaking in half on a one-time attempt. Like, you kind of get it. It's been a comedy of errors, I believe, from the officials here in the last 5 minutes that have led to this 2-goal lead. Now, and again, give Watertown for taking advantage of the power play.
Of course. You got to look at it that way. You can't blame the Wolves. The Wolves have done exactly what any team would do. If Delaware was in this situation and they score 2 goals,
yes.
You're never going to be upset about it. It benefits you, and sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Right. But I also would have been honest and said it wasn't a roughing if it was a call against Watertown either. You know what I mean? Like if they'd have called Lucas on that for roughing and it became a power play for the Thunder, I would have been just as annoyed at that penalty being called.
I agree, Gary. I agree 100%. Now it's 4-2 going into the third.
That brings us to the end of the second period. Mikey's going to go help a youngster try to win some tickets to an upcoming Delaware Thunder game. Don't forget, we'll be right back at it here tomorrow afternoon. It's our first Sunday matinee for the Thunder, as we'll be back against the Watertown Wolves tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock. So 3 goals put on the board by Watertown, 2 courtesy of the power play. You can almost say 3, because Boudreau's goal to start the second period came just after the end of a man advantage. That was his 20th of the year. Kyle Powell scores his second goal of the night. And then Michael Desjardins on the power play just a few seconds later makes it a 4-2 hockey game as we head to the second intermission. Coming up, we're going to thank our great sponsors, and then we'll take a bit of a break. And when we come back, I had a chance to meet up with Harrington Fire Chief Robbie Brode before the game tonight because, again, remember, it's First Responders Night. These awesome jerseys that the Delaware Thunder are donning tonight, you have an opportunity to actually win. You don't have to be here physically to do it either. If you're watching us right now on YouTube, download the Live Source app. Bidding will close at some point in the third period. We'll let you know when that happens. In the meantime, let's take this opportunity to thank our fine sponsors of Delaware Thunder Hockey.
Delaware Thunder Hockey is brought to you in part by Betsy Ross Pizza, Brimminghorn Meadery, Duck Creek Printing, Gatehouse Media, M&T Bank, Easy Loans Incorporated, The Barn, Harrington Insurance, Big Oyster Brewery, 47 ABC, Delaware Prep Ice Hockey, Bridal Bit Liquors, Charlie's Painting, American Hockey Services, Forever Media, Applebee's Grill and Bar, Robert Webster Cosmetic and Family Dentistry, Delmarva Chiropractic and Wellness Center, First Aid Fabrication, Pizza King, Post-Acute Medical, Premier Orthopedic Bone and Joint Care, Holiday Inn Express, the Delaware State Lottery, Planet Fitness, Mission Barbecue, THG Transport Incorporated, the YMCA of Dover, CrossFit Dover, Texas Roadhouse, Urco Ceilings and Interiors, Chick-fil-A, MD Mechanical, Fine Line Website and IT Consulting, Super 8, Alpha Care Medical, and Bay Health. We'll be back with the next period's action coming up. You're watching Delaware Thunder Hockey on YouTube. For Mike Basile, I'm Gary Schofield. We'll be back to the action momentarily.
Actually, before we go to that break, as you saw, young Hannah just won herself a pair of tickets to a future Delaware Thunder game by knocking 2 shots into the net. You also got to look at Media Mikey Basile, who you hear as our color commentator here on our Delaware Thunder broadcast. So we'll go ahead and take that break. When we come back, you'll hear my conversation with Harrington Fire Chief Robbie Brode. We'll look around the rest of the FHL and get you ready for a third period where the Thunder need to dig themselves out of a 2-goal hole. Our score after 2 periods of play, Watertown 4 and the Thunder 2. Well, usually we do our Meet the Fans segment in between periods, but obviously tonight it is First Responders Night here at Thunderdome, and we've got representatives from local police departments and EMS and, of course, the fire departments as well. And it's my absolute privilege to be with Robbie Brode. He's the chief of the Harrington Fire Department. Chief Brode, what does it mean to be here on First Responders Night with the Delaware Thunder?
We greatly appreciated coming out tonight and being honored, the police department and the fire department, and me being a full-time police officer and also a volunteer firefighter and being a fire chief going into my 4th year. It means a lot to be recognized by the communities we serve.
You know, and you mentioned it, volunteers, and I think a lot of times people forget all the fire departments are basically manned by volunteers here in Southern Delaware. How critical is the need for volunteers, and if somebody's ever thought about doing it, how do they go about it?
It's very critical. Our operation is based off of 24 hours a day. We rely on volunteers with the exception of our EMS service. We do have some career staff to help supplement because of the busyness. We're running over 2,000 EMS calls and over 300 fire calls. However, we don't know when those emergencies are going to be. So it's very detrimental to our operation that we get as many volunteers as possible. And anybody that's wanting to join or takes an interest in it, they can actually contact our fire company or any other fire company within this region and request an application and get the ball rolling that way.
Now, I get the impression it's kind of a family tradition that your family is involved in the community. Is that what really pushed you to get involved in the fire department to start with, or was it other things?
Oh, absolutely. My grandfather was a first generation, and my father, and then me and my 2 brothers, we've all served in a capacity as an officer within the company. All of us have over 20 years, as well as many other relatives, cousins, uncles, and everybody else that's in the fire service.
Now, you mentioned you're a full-time police officer as well. What's been the most gratifying thing for you in your years of service? Is there a particular incident or somebody that you've met or just something that you look back on and say, you know what, this is why I do the job?
Just the outgoing of continued support that we get for the job that we do. Sometimes it's something that happens that we may not get recognized for, which we don't always look for. However, somebody may see it and just give us a pat on the back and a thank you for your service, and we greatly appreciate that from the community.
Well, we certainly appreciate it. That's what tonight's all about, First Responders Night. Harrington Fire Chief Robbie Brode, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
That is Robbie Brode, the fire chief in the city of Harrington. As he mentioned how valuable it is to first responders to just get that pat on the back, and that's what First Responders Night is all about.
I agree. It's all about that. I mean, everything that they do for us, for this community, whether it's here in Harrington, down the road in Dover, it really doesn't matter where it is. All over the United States, all of our first responders this night here from the Delaware Thunder is for you as we're back in action here for the 3rd period.
And just like at the start of the 2nd period, Watertown is on the man advantage to begin this frame. Charlie Penns winds it around the boards, gets it to Kyle Powell, who holds at the Watertown blue line as the Wolves lead 4-2. A pair of power play goals late in the 2nd period have put them on top. Aaron Taylor tries to clear it out. Instead, he finds Michael Desjardins. What a save by Aaron Taylor with the glove. That might be the save of the year.
Wow. Taylor gave it away. He had to bail himself out. But that is honestly one of the best saves I have ever seen from a goaltender.
Phenomenal. And Aaron tapping himself on the chest saying, my bad. You made up for it, AT. Off the ensuing draw, Calpuzos passes to Desjardins. Across to Lucas, and he scores. Beats Taylor over the shoulder, and again on the power play, Watertown now up 5-2.
And it's a great pass cross ice. Absolutely beautiful seam feed. Got through to Lucas over the glove of Aaron Taylor. It's 5-2.
Kyle Powell, the league's leading assist man. That's his 30th now on the year. Setting up Lucas, who buries the shot over the left shoulder of Taylor. That's just an outstanding power play by Watertown. Their 3rd power play goal in a row. It gives them a 5-2 lead.
Well, that's killed the Delaware Thunder, the penalties. And you look back, you got the first one, the roughing call that we didn't like up here. Then you got Dan DeCristofaro, who, yes, he picked up the puck and threw it, but the reason he had the broken stick was because of the slash on the hands. And if that's not good enough evidence, I don't know what is. 7
straight penalties have been called against the Thunder since the fight between Taylor Cutting and Justin Natras early in the 2nd period. Just say it. Devney walks into the Delaware zone. Worked off the puck by Contrato, but he gets to it in the corner. Too far for Bormanis. Simonetta plays for Delaware. Off the back wall. That's Kieran Devine to Contrato, who'll just backhand it. But Bormanis initially kept it in the zone, but then lost it. Now Ryan Marker comes the other way. Nice play by Calpuzos as Marker tried to work the puck around him, and he couldn't. And Calpuzos will just play it back. You think Watertown will kind of play a little safe here with the 3-goal advantage, or will they keep the pressure on?
I think they'll keep the pressure on, just like yesterday. They kept the pressure on all night long in that third period. They scored the early goal. It was Vladimir Port, and they just kept applying the pressure, I should say, the Watertown Wolves, and I think we'll see more of that tonight.
Cristofaro dumps it in deep for Delaware, but Port plays it around. Sedenko for the Wolves. Ahead to Boudreau, but got it right in his skates, but he's able to recover. Sedenko tries to get it back into the slot. The pass was muted by Cristofaro, but Boudreau gets to the puck. Spins away from Marker. Right into the circle. Plays it across to Desjardins. Sonstabo with a shot. That's blocked by Taylor cutting. And now Taylor tries to get him off the puck, but he can't. Desjardins, nifty pass to Boudreau. Walks in front. Pad save Taylor. Rebound and a score by Sedenko. Left alone to play the rebound. Pull it back to his forehand and get it over the pad of Taylor. And now the Wolves are pouring it on. They're up 6-2.
Nikita Sedenko against his old team puts one in the back of the net. And here comes Sebastian DeMassa Carlson.
So Aaron Taylor, and this leads me to believe if that's the move that's happening here, we'll see Taylor back in the pipes tomorrow.
Right, yeah, it's a big question. I also want to see how DeMassa Carlson finishes this game, because that's a big question.
That's Sedenko's first goal of the season. This will be DeMassa Carlson's second action of the year. Again, he played last Saturday night in Carolina, faced 47 shots, stopped 7 of them.
Well, I want to see how Delaware responds now to DeMassa Carlson in net. They didn't help him out much in Carolina. We got to see a little bit better tonight. This game's not over. I know 6-2 seems tough. It is very tough. When was the last time Constantino saw a shot?
Well, the Thunder only had 5 shots in the second period. But again, they played a good 4-minute stretch down a man, and then the last 3 minutes of the second period down a man in the first minute or so here. So back to even strength. Liam Little loses his stick as McIntosh knocked it away. Eric Masters recovers behind his own net. Now Litke looked to break out, but that pass was broken up by Liam Little. Bogsel just backhands it back to center. Delaware would have been offside. They had to clear the zone. And now Natras will play it off the wall ahead to Devney. Played back into the zone by Delaware. Bryce Litke. Now Dunford.
Well, it seems like Delaware just struggles against this Wolf team. I mean, against them this season, only 1 win. 5 losses before, and this could be number 6 on the season against this Wolves team. Watertown's a physical team. They're fast. They know how to play the game the right way, and I think that's the big difference right now between this team. Watertown taking advantage of their scoring opportunities.
Dunford finally getting a shot on net for Delaware, but an easy save as that shot came from outside of the blue line. Here comes Derek Boudreau. Drop pass, stolen by Pisano, and now Evgeny Demin will play it ahead to Kalinin. Kalinin pestered from behind from Lucas. Just has to play it back. Now he loses at center. Evgeny Demin, though, blocks that pass. And he'll look to play it in. Instead, he retreats. Gives it to Municello, passes it back to Pisano. And now we got a delayed penalty call coming against Watertown. Kieran Devine to Municello, extra skater out for the Thunder. Kalinin walks across the blue line. Tried to get around Coachman. Lost the puck momentarily, but played it along further. Pisano will pinch in. He throws one at the net. Consento makes the save, and now Boudreau finally will touch up the puck, and we'll get the penalty call. Looks like we're going to get a slash. Not sure who's going to the box. Calpuzos is laughing as he goes to the box.
It's Calpuzzo, yeah, it was. I didn't know if it was him or Coachman, both out there in the 7s. Got me a bit there as they were twisting and turning, but another penalty where you say, hey, let it go maybe, but who knows? Delaware on the power play.
Well, and maybe this could kickstart the Delaware offense. 16-17 to go in the third. They're down 4. Puck drop, face-off win for Watertown and an easy clear. DeMassa Carlson knocks that down, and he'll play it ahead to Charlie Penns. The Thunder did finally cash in on a power play opportunity back in the first after going 0 for last night. Ryan Marker carries it into the zone. He'll play it off the back wall. Evgeny Demin plays it there. Demin walks through 2 Wolves defenders but loses the puck. It comes back to Penns at the point. Marker winds and fires, and that's a good save by Constantino, but not much traffic in front as Pisano was held at bay by Vladimir Port.
Look at that. Even with all the pads on Constantino, not even close to the size of Pisano as he parked himself in front of the net. 15:47 to go. Time once again not on Delaware's side in the third period.
1:30 on the power play. Another face-off win by Boudreau and a quick clear by the Wolves. Carlson will play it again. Now he throws it around to the corner. Derek Boudreau almost caught Ryan Marker flat-footed there, but Ryan's able to get to the puck. Now he skates around Boudreau, and now he'll come through the neutral zone with speed. Across the blue line, stops at the circle, holds, goes around behind the net. Still holding. Now he turns, winds, and fires. Not a whole lot on it. Deflected by Pisano. It comes back to Marker at the point. Pens through one towards Kalinin. Was behind him a bit, though, but Anton gets it back. Now he'll play it to Demon. Demon up top to Pens. Pens fires one. Deflected by Pisano. I think Constantino got a little bit of that as well. And plays it to the corner. Pisano across from Marker, who got that one off the toe of the stick and it went wide into the corner. And now here comes Watertown the other way. Lucas looks to break out. 2-on-2 with Boudreau, and now he'll just skate it back to kill valuable penalty time. 30 seconds left on the man advantage.
What a feed cross ice from Pisano. Unfortunately for Marker, didn't get much on it, but that's a great play by the big fella.
To Cristofaro now behind his own net. We're down to 20 seconds left on the power play. Daniel across the red line. He'll skate it in. He'll go around behind the net. Throws one in front. I don't know the Contrado. Well, Contrado's a right-handed shot. That would have been perfect if he was a lefty. And instead it goes all the way back into the Delaware zone. That'll just about do it for the power play. As out of the box comes Calpuzos. Brennan Young with a shot, and then he takes a shoulder from Coachman for his troubles. You know, with all that special teams time that we've had in this game, this might only be Brennan Young's third shift of the night.
Yeah, Brennan Young hasn't seen much time tonight. I like to see Young out there. I like the way he plays. And still, despite not playing the couple games, he's still up there. 8 goals, 8 assists, 16 points on the season for Young. Good enough for 6 bets on the Thunder.
14-14 to go in the third. 6-2 Watertown. McIntosh off the draw. It goes off the skate of Brennan Young and comes to Calpuzos. Now Justin Coachman. His pass to Devney, knocked away by Dunford, but he got it back to center. That's where Masters will play it for Delaware. And then Brennan Young walked in right in front of Masters to go offside.
Yeah, you can't go north. You got to go north-south at the blue line, I should say. You can't go east-west. Then you're going to bring the players offside, and everybody just loses momentum.
Face-off just outside of the Watertown zone. It's Kyle Powell, Joe Devney, and Bogsel out for Watertown, along with Calpuzos and Coachman. Kyle Powell just shuffles that to center. Bogsel hits Devney on the fly. He'll walk into the Delaware zone, 2-on-2. Now he walks right out in front, but then the puck goes off his stick, and he didn't get a shot away. But he maintains control of the puck. It's kind of been the theme of the weekend for Watertown. Puck control, they've dominated. Simonetta comes back the other way after the steal, but a good deflection by Calpuzzo sends that one out of play, and we'll get a face-off in front of Costantino, which, you know, we weren't sure about Mike coming into tonight. It was his debut this year in the FHL. He gave up that early goal. You thought, okay, maybe it's going to be a similar situation to what the Thunder faced last Saturday. But I know the shot total was real low in the second period, but he's made some really stellar saves as well for the Wolves.
I think he's been good tonight. And after giving up the first goal, Delaware probably thought, hey, let's jump on this guy. That had to be the mindset, but he didn't let it happen.
Shot goes through the slot. Nobody home. Simonetta now up top. Dunford with a shot, and Constantino missed that one, but it was high over the crossbar and behind the net. Now a wide-angle shot there from Simonetta, and I mentioned it yesterday. He doesn't mind shooting from anywhere, and that one almost surprised Constantino a little bit, but now Watertown back the other way. Christers Bormanis shot off the blocker of Damasa Carlson, but not out as Natras bangs it back into the corner. Sedenko, big hit from Dunford, and he goes down, but Bormanis comes away with the puck. Christers turns, down low to Liam Little. Little spins away from DeCristofaro as they get the cycle game going now. Sedenko to Bormanis. Now that backhand pass is stolen by DeCristofaro, but he can't get it past Sedenko. Nikita Sedenko plays it back to Bormanis in the corner. Looking for Sedenko in the high slot, but Nikita got a little too deep for that pass, and it goes all the way back to the Watertown zone.
I like how that line's played. They have a goal to their name. Nikita Sedenko scoring against his former team. Marker forced the turnover here.
Trying to get to the puck, held off for a moment by Marvin Powell. It came loose in front. And Natras cleared it behind the net, but Marker gets it back. Marker holds. Look at all the eyes behind the net when Marker's got the puck. Contrado's shot blocked, though, by Natras as it goes back to the corner. And they'll clear it out of the zone. Kieran Devine will have to play it at center.
That's not what you want, though, Gary. You don't want all those eyes watching Marker if
right.
you're Watertown, because Contrado's moving, Simonetta's moving, Monticello's moving.
Bryce Litke now plays it out of the zone. Contrado kicks it ahead. And now he'll come off for a change as Municello chases. Marvin Powell leaves it behind for Natras. Natras for Desjardins, but it comes to Litke. Litke with a shot. That's off the blocker of Constantino, and it goes into the netting, and we'll get a stoppage of play with 11:45 left.
I wonder if there's a rhyme to this reason why Bryce Lickey hasn't played that much tonight. I know Delaware rolling 5D tonight, and we haven't seen much of Lickey.
No, we haven't. It's been a lot of Pisano, Pens, Cristofaro, and Kieran Devine.
My apologies. It is 60 tonight with
Dunford
Dunford and
and
Pisano,
yeah.
correct.
Off the draw, shot from Kalinin. Not much on it as Port got a stick on it. An easy save. Back to the point. Pisano, he fans on the shot initially. Second attempt goes right to Sanstabo. He gets it ahead to Bogsel. Devney tried to get around Pens. Came back to him. His pass into the slot is intercepted by Evgeny Demon. Demon the other way. Quick shot around Sanstabo, but seeing it clearly the whole way was Constantino, and he makes another save.
And you could just see a bit of dejection on the face of some of these Thunder players. I know it's frustrating. Last night you lose a close game. Tonight it slips away from you with the penalties. And now the frustration does start to show a bit. And you understand that. They're on the edge of losing 4 straight here.
Lickey and Dunford join the fray here. Simonetta marker. Contrado. Dunford throws one towards the net. Constantino makes the save. In the corner, Simonetta battles with Port. Now Kyle Powell joins the fray. Gets it free, and now Boxel in a race as Dunford knocks it to the far boards. Devney plays it across. Vladimir Port carries in. He'll leave it for Boxel. He'll just throw it behind. Kyle Powell gets there first. Kyle throws one in front. Was trying to find Devney in the slot, but he was marked well. And now Simonetta the other way for Delaware. Simonetta, cross ice, pass a bit behind, but Marker with a second chance. And again, puck's rolling, so it kind of knuckled off of his stick. Pass back to the point. Dunford walks it, winds and fires, and a pad save by Constantino. Dunford got to the rebound, though. His pass deflected by Port, but he gets it back. Dunford holds. Now his pass is deflected back to center, and Simonetta will track it down.
Well, you have to respect a lot Mike Constantino. Like we said, didn't even dress last night. Tonight, not only dressed, gets the start, and has been stellar. Gave up that second goal late in the first, I should say, and since then, lights out.
Made a save there, but left a big juicy rebound on the doorstep. But luckily for him, Justin Coachman was the only player there, and he was able to clear it out. And now the Roof eats another puck tonight with 10:11 to play.
Yeah, it's hungry tonight. There's a lot of pucks up there. Well, they keep going and going in that insulation. I say it. At the end of the year, I know this building somewhat comes down. So I'd like to see what happens when it does.
I'm sure you will. You'll probably get sent up there to search for the pucks. Off the draw, 10:08 to go. Coachman plays it around. Michael Desjardins gets it back to center, but then he overskates on the bouncing puck. Comes to Brennan Young. He walks in. His shot, though, muted. In front, McIntosh trying to get a whack at it, but he missed. He'll play it back to the point to DeCristofaro. He'll wind and fire one well wide of the net. But Brennan Young grabs the rebound. Brennan Young cross to DeCristofaro, bouncing pucks off his skate, but he plays it to the corner. McIntosh and Boudreau go to the wall there. Now Brennan Young comes away with it. He skates around Calpuzos, but a good back check there, and he loses the puck. But he gets it back. To the point, Pens. Pens will just wind it around the wall. If McIntosh doesn't win the race, DeCristofaro will pinch. He'll play it back into the corner off a stick. We're down to 9:20 to play. Finally, Calpuzos settles things down, and Watertown will get it clear. Desjardins through center ice. Desjardins to Boudreau. Drop pass to Desjardins. Good back check there by Charlie Pens and Eric Masters, but Boudreau gets back to the puck again. Derek Boudreau battling with Masters, but he's able to play it into the corner. Eric Masters took a shot at Boudreau as he comes to the bench for a change. Shot from Natras, saved by Damasa Carlson. Rebound sent wide, and now we're going to get a penalty. We're going to get a slashing call. This one's going to go against Brennan Young as the Wolves will go back to the power play. That's now 9 straight penalties called against the Thunder tonight.
8:55 to go in the third, and it gets worse for the Delaware Thunder here with another golden scoring opportunity for the Watertown Wolves up a man.
The power play's been great for Watertown tonight. They've struck gold on their last 3-man advantages. Good clear there by Evgeny Demon as Kyle Powell couldn't keep it in. He wins the race with Anton Kalinin, though, and gets it over to Calpuzos to keep play moving. 8:40 left here in the third period. Watertown with a comfortable 4-goal lead, and they're on the power play, but a loose puck here at center, and Evgeny Demon will play it. His backhand pass, though, knocked down by Coachman, and now Devney gets into the zone for Watertown. He goes down on a bump from Demon, and now Evgeny looks to clear, but he can't. Finally does on a second chance. Gets it through the legs of Devney, but it comes to Bogsel at center. He'll play to Calpuzos. Watertown looking to set up the man advantage here. Pass in front. Coachman got a stick on it, but it goes wide. Comes to Bogsel in the corner. Now they've got the power play set up, and now we get a whistle. Net came off its moorings, I guess.
Net did just pop off the moorings a bit there, and
well, remember, this is the first time DeMassa Carlson's playing here at the Thunderdome.
oh,
And
he's going to learn.
the goaltenders, it usually takes a period or so to get used to how easily they'll come off at times.
Right, taking a look at Ryan Marker here in the face-off dot, the leading goal scorer for the Delaware Thunder. Scored last night, nothing yet tonight. Marker will need a magic night here if Delaware wants to come back in this one.
Kyle Powell keeps it in at the blue line. Michael Desjardins, who scored a pair of goals tonight, he's back to Powell at the top. Shot there. Nice glove save by DeMassa Carlson off the stick of Sanstabo.
Well, being a former goalie, it's tough to come in cold. And I know I was a backup for, I'd say, 99% of my career. So I understand how it goes. Coming off the bench cold is not something easy to do. And that's a nice glove save by DeMassa Carlson.
Self-deprecating humor is always the best kind. Off the draw, back to the point. Sanstabo plays it across to Kyle Powell. Powell is holding. Sanstabo down low to Desjardins. Looking for the hat trick. Powell back at the top. He's also got a pair of goals tonight. Pass deflected but not out. Powell holding, waiting, fires one, and that's off the blocker of DeMassa Carlson, but it comes right to Sanstabo. Back to Powell at the top. Plays it over to Lucas, who's also scored tonight. Powell with a shot goes through everyone and goes wide into the corner. Sanstabo plays it back to Desjardins. Desjardins, as Ryan Marker tries to work him off the puck, they both go down, and now it comes to Charlie Penz. Plays it around off the wall. Clearing attempt by Municello, just gets back to center, and now Marker picks it up. Ryan Marker across the blue line. Works into the high slot, but then loses the puck. Lucas gets it back to center ice, and DeCristofaro will have to play it there for Delaware. As we're under 7 minutes to play, that'll just about do it on the Brennan Young penalty. As we're back to even strength, Marker had a chance there, but it bounced off of his skate. Brennan Young gets to the puck, but now Sedenko will play it away for Watertown to Kyle Powell as we're down to 6:40 to go. But now Powell goes down, and we're going to get another penalty. I think they're going to get Brennan Young for a high stick.
Well, I'm not saying it wasn't a high stick, but the official was not even looking as he was facing the other way. Not sure if any contact was even made up high. It looks like, obviously, that with the player down. I'm not sure. No, that's not Coachman, that's Powell.
Kyle Powell, yeah.
446-967.
The official was facing the other way and just put the arm up when Powell went down.
I think sometimes, you and I were talking during the intermission about reputations. And the Thunder have gotten a reputation as being an undisciplined team. And I think a lot of times those benefit of the doubt calls won't go your way. Kyle Powell, he's the assistant captain of the Wolves. He's the league's leader in assists. I think sometimes as an official, when you see him go down in a heap, you make the assumption that there's a reason for it.
Right.
Even if you didn't see it clearly.
This is now the 10th straight penalty kill for Delaware as DeMassa Carlson makes another save.
Good shot there from Calpuzos from the point. Face-off will come to the right of DeMassa Carlson, who wears the catching mitt on that left hand. 6:28 to go. Good time to remind you that these two teams will finish the weekend series tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock, right here at the Thunderdome. And then after the game, you get to meet and greet with the players, which will be pretty cool. So hopefully you'll join us. Tickets available at DelawareThunder.com. Power play continues, thrown in front by Calpuzos, but it goes through the slot. Bogsel plays it back to Powell at the point. Powell's pass on the tape of Calpuzos. He'll wind and fire. Saved by DeMassa Carlson as Coachman was camped out in front. Pisano keeping him away from grabbing that rebound.
And DeMassa Carlson not happy. What took so long for the whistle, he's probably asking, as he took a shot there late. Not happy. Obviously, you come into the game cold and you take a hit like that, you're not going to be happy about it.
Face-off now to the left of Carlson. 6:09 to play. Minute 31 left on the Brennan Young high sticking minor. As DeMassa Carlson getting his equipment straight. Now we're ready to go. Off the draw, Marker wins it. Charlie Penz will play it around. Municello will look to beat Kyle Powell to it. Got just enough of it to get it out. Now Ryan Marker picks it up. He's 1-1 with Calpuzos. His shot deflected by the Watertown defender, and it's loose along the near wall. Dunford will just play it back to Penz to try to kill some more penalty time. We're down to 1:10 on the power play. Long pass from Penz, deflects off Municello. It goes right on in on Constantino, but he keeps it playing. or keeps it moving, I should say, to Kyle Powell. We're under a minute to go on the man advantage.
It's been a good penalty kill so far for the Thunder. Just 55 seconds left to go to this Watertown Wolves power play. That's offside.
Certainly would have been, but the puck never got in, so Watertown has to retreat. Calpuzos will play it across to Kyle Powell, and they're comfortable with obviously just letting some time tick away here. We're down to about 5 minutes to go. Boudreau works around Pens, but again, just spins it back. He'll play it to Calpuzos at the blue line, fakes the shot. Boudreau in the circle, in the high slot for Bogsel. Nice poke check by Municello, and here comes Marker the other way. It's 2-on-2. Ryan holding. Was looking for a trailer, but nobody's there. Passes across to Cristofaro, gets to it, but he's harassed by Bogsel and has to bring it back to center. Now he passes to Bryce Litke. Litke drop pass for Marker, and now Ryan's going to retreat. 10 seconds left on the power play. Skates around Lucas, gets through Boudreau, now just takes it back again. Now goes across to DeCristofaro. That'll do it for the penalty. But now Lucas steals the puck from DeCristofaro and skates in. Backhand pass to Boudreau. He shoots one and it goes wide. Now the pass back out in front to Desjardins, and the shot goes over the net. But the net comes off its moorings again, and we get another whistle.
And once again, Damasa Carlson learning the hard ways about the nets here at the Delaware State Fairgrounds. Center Ice Arena, luckily called home to the Delaware Thunder, the Thunderdome.
4:29 left in this game. Again, it's been a fantastic night, first responders night, great crowd on hand. Unfortunately, the hockey just hasn't gone the way of the Thunder over the last, 20 minutes or so. After what was a nip-and-tuck 2-2 game has turned into a blowout via penalties. Center ice played here by Anton Kalinin, as we're about to reach the 4-minute mark of the third period. Kieran Devine keeps the puck moving back behind the net. Vladimir Porto will play it around the boards. And Sedenko takes a seat on the hit from Pisano as the Thunder play it back into the Watertown zone. Sanstabo now with a long outlet pass to Bormanis. He backhands it ahead to Liam Little. Little behind the net. Sedenko lost the puck to Demon. Evgeny looks to skate around Bormanis. Down he goes. We're going to get a penalty there on a trip. Delayed call coming. Municello fires off the pad of Constantino. Now it's loose to the side of the net. Now Liam Little touches up. Kalinin and Sedenko come together. Vladimir Port steps in and says, not today.
That'll make a lot of guys stand down in this league, Gary, I would say.
Well, Port's got a pretty good size advantage over Kalinin. But the Thunder will be going to the power play. That breaks the string. What was it, 10 straight penalties?
10 straight penalties. It's Delaware Thunder. I just want to clear things up. Luckily came out wrong there. I meant to say the place they call the Thunderdome here at the Delaware State Fairground. Delaware Thunder happy to be here for sure. This place has been nothing but great to this Thunder team, and they call it home now.
Marker kept it in at the blue line. Nice shot by Pens, but it goes high over the net. Ryan keeps it in again. Kalinin now. Down low to Demon. Evgeny will skate behind the net. Again, it's Pisano in front. Back up top to Pens. Demon tried to get it across for Marker, but it was well behind him as Ryan was kind of sneaking in. And now he's fighting with Lucas for the puck. Tries to spin away. Lucas loses his edge. And now here come the Thunder the other way. Evgeny Demon drops it for Kalinin. He's marked by Desjardins. And now the Thunder get the power play set back up again. Pens with a long shot. That hit Marvin Powell in front. And now here comes Desjardins. Shot. Pad saved by Damasa Carlson, and Evgeny Demon grabs that long rebound and passes ahead to Ryan Marker. Marker across for Kalinin, but Pisano was in the zone, so he has to retreat. Marker again. Down to a minute left on the power play, 2:38 left in the game. Pisano plays it further. Demon's got it. To Kalinin. Evgeny Demon walks in front of Pisano, and he scores! Pizza puts the puck in the net to make it 6-3 with a power play goal. I'm just trying to see how many P's I could get out there.
It's Pisano in front, a great feed from Demon, and Delaware cuts the lead to 3, 2:29. Not a lot of time to play, but it'll feel good for tomorrow night. Tomorrow afternoon, I
It
should
sure
say.
would. Pisano, that's his first goal of the season. And, we were curious last time when we saw him in that position on the power play as a D-man, how he would work and handle himself in front of the net. Showed himself very well right there. 2:27 to go off the ensuing face-off. Watertown controls the puck. Bormanis looks to skate through the neutral zone, but then the puck comes loose. McIntosh has lost his stick, tries to kick it along. but it comes to Liam Little. He'll play it to Christers Bormanis. He works around Litke, drops it to Little. His shot's blocked by Taylor Cutting. Bouncing puck comes out to the neutral zone, and now we're going to get a penalty on Taylor Cutting. Oh, sorry, that's Masters they're going to call for the slash. He didn't even have a stick in his hand.
No, it's on the
Well,
Wolves, actually.
It's on the Wolves?
There is no 22 on Watertown.
Oh, right. Okay.
Oh, it's Bormanis. My apologies.
Okay, my bad. I thought they were calling another one against the Thunder. I apologize for my mistake there. So Delaware goes back to the power play. Behind the net, it's Evgeny Demin. He'll play it back for Kalinin. Demin up top depends. Charlie winds and fires. That shot's deflected. It goes high over the net, and then the rebound bounces over the stick of Ryan Marker, and the Wolves are able to clear. DeMassa Carlson will set it up there. He's pressured by Boudreau. Charlie Pens wipes out. Minute 35 left on the power play as Demin gets it to Kalinin. Demin now at the red line, holding. Nearly offside was Kalinin there as Evgeny Demin kind of hesitated to get into the zone, but they are onside. Marker at the point. To Kalinin. Kalinin holds. His shot's deflected by Powell and goes into the corner. Boudreau plays it around Pens, but can't get it past Kalinin initially. And now Devney's able to break out into the Thunder zone. Walks into the high slot. Finally throws one in front. Was hoping for Boudreau. Derek, I don't think, was ready for that pass. And it comes off the wall, and Demin carries into the zone. Demin waiting for reinforcements. He'll just skate around behind the net. Under a minute to play now in regulation. Ryan Marker holds. Gets it back to Demin. Evgeny to Marker. One-timer deflected by Pisano, but it's just loose in front, and Anthony couldn't get his stick on it for his second goal of the night, and Watertown's able to clear it out. Liam Little. His shot. That's off the paddle of DeMassa Carlson. And now DeCristofaro has it behind the net. Down to 30 seconds to go. Watertown is going to win their second straight. Their fifth of the year in 6 opportunities against the Thunder. 25 seconds. Eric Masters holds the puck. Plays it behind for Contrado. Masters and Sonstabo come together. Young at the point. He'll take a shot. That's blockered down by Constantino. Now it's Masters right there at the circle. Plays it across Pisano, and he scores! I'm sorry, that's Marker. Ryan Marker scores his 30th of the season to make it 6-4 with 12 seconds to go.
Another one to the total of Ryan Marker. It's a great cross-ice feed. It all gets started with Brennan Young at the point. 6-4. Delaware makes tomorrow a little more interesting.
Yeah, a little too late. Again with the man advantage, but again, it's just the last 5 goals of this game have all been scored on the power play. So
Quick math by Gary Schofield.
I wasn't very quick, actually. I was a little disappointed in myself, to be perfectly honest. 12 seconds left. McIntosh wins the draw. Cutting plays it ahead. Bogsel just lifted into the Delaware zone as the last few seconds are going to tick away. To wrap up first responders night, of course, luckily a little bit of cheering to be done at the end of the game as the Thunder make it a 2-goal game in the end. But Watertown, thanks to the man advantage and the effectiveness of their power play. And again, let me just make it clear, not taking anything away from the Wolves. You play the hand that's dealt to you. And when they were given the opportunities tonight, they cashed in. The power play was phenomenal last night, and they only broke through once. And they were set up in great positions again tonight and took perfect advantage of it. That's credit to the Wolves. And also big-time credit to Mike Constantino, who played real well in net tonight for Watertown after a bit of a shaky start. So now the Delaware Thunder have lost 5 straight. They'll look to break that string tomorrow when we're right back at it with a Sunday matinee, the first of its kind for the Thunder here in the FHL. And as I mentioned, they were auctioning off the jerseys for First Responders Night. So now the fans will hang around to see if they had the winning bid. They'll meet the player, get to shake their hands. It's a really neat thing. So if you're able to take part in that tonight, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed First Responders Night. And again, I want to give my heartfelt thanks to all those that volunteer for the fire department, that work for the police, and put their lives on the line as members of those services, and all our EMTs that are there at the call and at the ready when we need them the most. Tonight was for you, and I hope you enjoyed it. Mikey and I will be back tomorrow. We'll be on just before 3 o'clock. Of course, the stream will begin around 2:30 tomorrow. You can catch the warm-ups, and then face-off is at 3. Tickets are available at DelawareThunder.com. And don't forget that tomorrow there'll be a meet and greet with the players after the game. You can get merchandise signed and meet and greet with your favorite Delaware Thunder members. Final score once again tonight, Watertown 6, the Delaware Thunder 4. On behalf of everyone here that's part of the Delaware Thunder, Sue Lamb on the camera and all the technical work that keeps us on the air. For my broadcast partner, Mike Basile, my name's Gary Schofield. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll see you here tomorrow afternoon.